PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland. The winning is 24/7 at Victoryland. Go where the winners go every day, and you can be a winner too. Victoryland, I-85, exit 22, shorter. Admission 19 and over.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Once again, the risk of showers and storms will be well into the evening hours tonight before they fade out, but they will be random. Not every single town will get wet. The overnight low temperature falls to the muggy 70s. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well, not as many storms on the radar. Still scattered, still random, still mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. High temperatures will return to the 90s. The normal high this time of the year is 94. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASC Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASC branch or apply today at yourasccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. Trustworthy, accurate, immediate, carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
It's happy hour, come gather around. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. TV Truth and Monday and Thursday on happy hour. Master Thespian steals Tuesday spotlight on happy hour. Eddie stopped by on Friday with some snacks on happy hour. A little louder while the whole world swirls. Hanging out in the chat will change your world. On happy hour. On happy hour. On happy hour.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. Happy hour. It's not 93.1 FM, WACV. I'm your somewhat impaired but gracious, occasionally truculent afternoon host, Greg Boudel, and the one and only Warhawk is here. Here we are at 3:08. So some really healthy rains on the east side of town. No, on the west side of town. Mm-hmm. Cloverdale, Idlewild, very healthy, steady downpour, a little rumble of thunder here and there. Perfect to sit in my cage on the patio part of the house and
just watch it come down
and prep for the show and contemplate my imminent death. Not that I'm being a drama queen. But then I began to trek from the west side to this side and noticed by the time I got to Perry Hill Road, it was bone dry. So none of that rain made it here. It's sort of an insulated incident, as the great Oliver Wendell Douglas once said. Let's grab this call on the fly. Could be something urgent. Hello?
Yep.
Absolutely urgent. Soldier Boy, I got a question for you, Greg.
Yes,
serious
sir.
question this time. Bo Holt, his son, is that his son that got shot, or is his son-in-law?
Son-in-law.
Okay, his son-in-law and his wife, they're going back to England?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's what it said.
That's why I was looking at the Nextdoor app, and I was reading it. And now they're having a problem with their dogs. They can't bring their dogs over.
Yes, we've
of some
detailed all
reason.
that on the show and on social media, and we've had people step up to help out with the dogs. That's so sad.
You know, and here's I don't understand this. He lives in Montgomery County, but their dogs were taken by Shelby County.
No, they are. Now they may have gone to Shelby to a rescue, but the breed of dog is not allowed in England. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. You know,
Which
it's
is
so scary.
stupid
It's so
because
scary.
England, look what they allow in. They allow.
Oh, they're just as bad, Greg, if not worse.
Exactly. I'd rather trust the dog than some of the people that have just waltzed into England. So,
Well, considering the information coming out about the rape gangs, that's just
again,
absolutely awful.
how pathetic. And here's another feather in your hat, Stephen Reed, that two people opted to come to Montgomery, Alabama, because it would be safer here, and aren't even here that long when bullets come flying into their house because you can't control your little thugs.
And they
Got it.
believe it.
Got it.
Because of that.
Stephen Reed, you got it. We're sick of it.
Montgomery
Greg,
needs a new
I
man.
just don't understand. It's because of that incident. Now they're going back to England.
Yeah.
That's the sole reason.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's going with a messed up knee, and he was in the arm, right? And she was in the knee, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were both shot.
Okay. So they're both shot, limping back to England,
Yeah.
all because of the mayor can't control his city.
And we don't have enough police.
Let me ask you a question too. Nobody's talked about the motive yet, Greg.
There's no motive. It was two groups of thugs
This random shooting?
getting involved in a shootout in a quiet residential neighborhood, and they just, and there's libtards out there that will blame them for living in that area. Should have known better. There's always.
So what you're saying, Greg, is they didn't take the marksmanship and didn't go out to the firing range to be experts when they were shooting at each other.
Well, no, what the problem is, they don't care where the bullets fly.
No, they don't.
They don't care. They don't care about collateral damage.
Well, a bullet has no conscience, does it?
Nope. It doesn't. It follows the
doesn't
laws of
discriminate.
physics.
That's exactly right. He don't care which way. And thank God nobody was killed, Greg. I mean, look at
It's a miracle nobody was killed.
Well, there was a 6-year-old girl who was killed over on Mulligan Drive.
And I'm wondering if was even connected some way to the same group.
Yeah, that's the thing about it is like you said, that 6-year-old, that was a random shooting. I mean, here's my point, Greg. She goes to bed with her teddy bear by herself, goes to sleep, a sugar plums in her head, and looking forward to a great life and everything, and not wake up, Greg, because of a piece of crap.
Yeah. Well, you're being kind, but I can't use the word I like to use on the air.
Well,
that's it. But don't worry, when we build that new $365 million arena, everything will be fine again.
Oh, Greg, $375 million for the arena, $45 million to Jackson Hospital, another $10 million to buy the Montgomery Advertiser. My God, spending that money, Greg, spend it. That's Democrat style.
Now, I wonder how much of that money finds its way into campaign funds and fancy dinners and things like that.
Trips.
Well, Obama's black contractors still haven't been paid for his library yet, Greg.
He's screwing everybody, isn't he? But he's Barack Obama, and his crap don't stink, and it never will.
Yep.
He belongs in jail. He belongs in a federal prison. That man. Just for that ugly building, alone, they must be able to charge him with something.
Yeah, because it just looks awful. It looks like a big trash can.
I am so glad you're here today.
Good.
Because you're more than a sidekick. You are my friend. You've proven that to me 1,000 times over. And I am getting a little nervous about Thursday.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of us praying for you.
There's
a lot of us praying for you right now.
I somehow, some way, got a UTI that they diagnosed from a urine sample a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I'm on my third different antibiotic to knock this thing out. And can antibiotics slow you down a little bit if they're...
Yeah, that can affect you.
So I apologize if I don't seem like my normal energy, if I look a little stunad on our YouTube feed, that's the reason.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Are you able with that medication to have any Reese's cups?
They're on my recommended list of treats.
Okay. Then let me toss a couple your way.
Oh,
I had these in the
feeling better
refrigerator.
already.
Because I had them in the car and they melted a little bit, so I put them in the refrigerator to solidify them. So I'll toss a couple of those your way.
It's funny. I had to treat some peanut butter cups the same way. I was in Walmart, and there was this enormous bag that was normally $9.99. So I still have plenty of it left. I've been very disciplined.
Yeah. Well, if you go shopping after certain holidays, sometimes you can get some really good deals when they're trying to get rid of Easter candy or Christmas candy or Halloween candy. Right now, they're starting to gear up for Halloween, which is kind of crazy since it's still July. But
by the way, you'll
that's
find the
good.
price on candy a little bit lower at Food Outlet.
Yep.
Yep. I mentioned that too. So one of the stories that's out there this afternoon, the despicable Jack Smith, the bearded a-hole that just
Won't go
ran
away.
amok.
What's he doing now?
Apparently, he and his team read messages between Trump officials, dozens of lawmakers of both parties, stuff that was not part of the investigation. I'd like to see him in prison for a long time.
What were these messages about?
I'm just scanning the headlines at the moment. We can go back
Was he
and take a
trying to
deeper
do
look.
backroom deals or something, or what?
He had one mission: get Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you have to do it, get it. With the full sanction of the Biden administration.
Yeah, but they got the wrong guy to do it. I mean, he had a past history of just really stupid things. You know?
And we have World Cup soccer happening as we speak.
Who is playing whom?
France and Spain.
Ooh, that should be dicey. That'd be a little testy.
Let's ask our sports director for a score. What is the score in the World Cup game between France and Spain?
France is behind Spain, 1-0.
Spain is up 1-0, and I believe it's in the second half.
Ooh, that's significant.
Yeah, well,
Because,
I'm
you
kind
can't
of
win the game if you don't have more points than the other guy.
I'm predicting a Spain-Argentina finale.
Oh,
And
that would be fun.
I'm really
That
rooting
would
for
be
it
fun.
because Argentina, like many other South American countries, has turned red.
Yeah.
Well, we're busy turning pink here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, and I referred to this earlier, but I got some more information about the whole rape gang thing going on in Great Britain.
Yes.
Apparently, that's been covered up as far back as 50 years ago. Pakistani immigrants, Pakistani Muslims in particular, forming these rape gangs and not getting persecuted, not getting charged.
No, the people that are going to jail are the ones that express concern about it.
Yeah, and it may be as many as 250,000 young women who have been victimized through sex trafficking.
And think about
through-
that young couple is going back to that
Yeah,
rather than stay here.
yeah. And finally, some people in England are at least realizing, okay, we got a problem. We need to stop this. It may be too late. It may be too late to stop it.
It very well may be.
And we need to be aware of that here in our country because I hope it's not too late to stop it here.
You got to wonder what Winston Churchill would have done facing the same set of circumstances. First, I don't think he would have allowed mass migration and the blending of one's a culture, one's a cult.
Yeah.
I don't see the compatibility with Western civilization because their aim ultimately is to destroy it.
Well, Brexit helped some because part of the problem was that people were immigrating from Middle Eastern countries into the EU, which England was part of. And once you get into the EU proper, then you can go anywhere. And a lot of them were just funneling up to Great Britain. It's just, this whole thing is just bizarre. The whole situation, not just here in America, but all over the world. And Europe is no longer what it once was because of all of this.
No, it's not.
And it's bizarre thinking that this war between Ukraine and Russia, nobody else in Europe really has a standing army. Nobody else could do what Ukraine has done. Ukraine, by standing up to Russia, has proved that at least they've got some gumption
Now, the one thing about Ukraine that I'm eager to find out is how much of that money we sent over there during the Biden years came back to the Democratic Party.
That's a very good question.
We,
That's a very
we
good
know
question.
that it's happened. Have you heard about the president's Thursday speech?
Is he giving a speech this Thursday?
Yes.
I have not. I have not.
And the word is, and we'll do a little more digging in the afternoon, but to give you a capsule summary. By the way, thank you, Don Cowden. I'm guzzling body armor for extra energy today.
Excellent. Electrolytes, good stuff.
The gist of it, I believe, because they have the evidence now, he is going to go on national TV and claim that the two senators from Georgia are illegitimate because of massive voter fraud back in 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
Or it may have been 2020. I'm not sure. But
No, I think it was 2020
2020.
when all that happened. Yeah, because
Yeah, because Raphael Warnock was just such a dynamic personality. And I'm sorry, aside from Atlanta, Georgia's a pretty red state. It's like we live in a blue city, but most of Alabama is ruby red politically. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen much on that topic today, but I do believe that's going to be the gist of his national address.
baby. So
Yeah.
the question then is how do you, well, I guess you have to impeach a senator, right? In order to remove them.
I'm not sure what the processes are. Again, I hate to seem so constitutionally inept.
Yeah.
But
Could you go back and negate?
just the
any of the
act of
votes?
coming out and making this charge is
It's
huge.
huge, yeah.
But I don't know how many of the Tuberville interviews you've been able to hear on the morning show, but not the most recent one, the one before that. Maybe I'll pull that clip out because I know we have it.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
He stated specifically there's at least 4 for sure, maybe 6 people serving with him in the Senate who were illegitimately put there.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
think Trump's address is going to point to that specifically.
Yeah.
I know they've already confirmed something like 360,000 illegitimate ballots.
Good grief.
But I don't know what the process is to correct that. If they,
Well, see, that
who has the authority to call for a special election?
yeah, and that would have overthrown the presidential election because Georgia then would have been
Yes, it would
for
have.
Trump, and he would have had. the
You are
electoral
correct,
votes.
sir. You are correct,
wow.
sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
This may be a major historical thing. Well, I'm really worried about the SAVE Act right now because when
Now,
when-
there may be some good news there too.
well, when Lindsey Graham kicked the bucket this weekend, I got really worried because we've got Mitch McConnell in the hospital. There's a lot of controversy.
Is he
over that
or is he?
photograph? Well, here's the deal. There were 2 photographs that came out. One came out on July the 10th of him in a hospital bed with tubes everywhere. That one was determined to be AI generated. That's the fake for sure. But then his office comes out with the photograph on July the 12th of him sitting up in a chair, with his wife beside him, and
She came all the way back from China to be with him.
the clever placement of that morning's newspaper right under his right hand. And I'm just like, this really looks fake. Apparently it's not fake, but
You just
it looks fake.
You just
It
reminded
looks
me
horrible.
of a good movie with Jimmy Stewart
Yeah.
called North Side 777, or without the lisp, North Side 777.
Okay.
It's really a cool movie. He plays a reporter who is looking into the unfair conviction, a guy that's on death row, and manages to come up with evidence that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. You would like it.
Well, the biggest problem right now is that the left is going haywire, taking that photo, the second photo, and tweaking it with AI. I've already seen one photograph of him and Lindsey Graham together. I've already seen a photograph of him, Michael Jackson, Elvis, and John Wayne together, same pose. And I'm just laughing. But again, it's just kind of sad that people are running with this whole idea. And We don't know.
Speaking of
We
movie,
don't know. We don't know if he's alive or dead. We don't know what's going on.
it's ridiculous.
It's awful. And that's one vote for the SAVE Act that's sitting in a hospital
Yeah.
or in a rehab facility, as he says. So I'm just concerned.
Now, there was something coming out of the House today in which they finally got the SAVE Act rolled into some legislation. So I think there's a good chance this is going to get done.
Yeah. I think Mike Johnson.
It has to
is
get
pushing it.
done, or we'll never be able to trust another election in this country.
No.
We can't trust half of them
No.
now.
And the absurd thing about it is that you have to have an idea to do anything in this world. Cash a check, to you have to have ID when you're driving a car. You have to have ID when you buy tickets for an event. You have to have an ID to go into Obama's presidential library, for crying out loud. But you don't have to have an ID to vote. It's madness. It's
Well,
madness.
You can't get into the Obama library without an ID.
No, you
what
have
kind of
to
crap
have-
is that?
It's
Why can't you just take my word for it?
You can't go into a concert, even if you have your ticket, without an ID proving it that who you are. So this whole idea about, oh, you can't do anything if you have to have voter ID, this is horrible. It's like, no, it's not. It's normal everyday life. They need to grow up, put on their big boy pants, and stop whining about that and find something else to whine about.
They just have zero respect for American citizenship.
Yep.
And one of the privileges is voting.
Yep.
And God knows how many millions of non-citizens have voted in our elections in recent years.
Well, how many voted for that woman in L.A. for the mayor's race?
Yeah, wasn't that amazing how they had boxes of ballots?
Just happened to have the right amount.
Yeah. And what's his name? Spencer, I want to call him Spencer Try. He's a pitcher for the Braves.
Yeah.
Spencer Pratt.
Well, he's not going to be going away anytime soon. But it was funny to see that woman crying on election day. Oh, I didn't have enough votes. And miraculously, 3 days later, whoops. you
Ain't
got the
that
votes.
something? You used the right word. Miraculously.
Yeah. And Jesse Waters' show last night, they were showing people interviewing.
I think I have a
Why-
Jesse clip.
Yeah. Why did they vote for Karen Bass? And it was a black woman, and she said, Black power. And they were like, you voted for her because she's black? Yeah. Color of her skin. She's a black person. Not what she's doing for the city, not her ideas, not her plans, just the color of her skin. And that's sad. It's sad that people are doing that. They're destroying their future, trusting someone who has the same skin color.
It's all about race.
Well, I
We-
mean, white people do it too. White people vote for somebody because they got a white skin and not realizing that the black person is probably a better candidate than the white person.
Yeah, but if a white person said that, they would be called
Racist, I know.
Nazi, whatever.
Christian
you know,
nationalists and
Yeah.
fascists and
or white
the-
nationalist or whatever label. They
other
got more
words.
labels
Yeah.
than a dressmaker in the Democratic Party.
yeah. Well, you know what Abraham Lincoln said? No matter what you call a tail, it's still a tail. He asked somebody, if you call a tail a leg, how many legs does a mule have? And people were like, oh, well, he's got 5. It's like, no, he's still got 4 legs. Because no matter what you call a tail, it's still a tail. So,
I have a clip from David Blackman's blog. In fact, I brought this video to his attention yesterday. We didn't get to
yeah,
play it on the
I heard a
show.
lot of that yesterday. That was a good show.
This is Kamala Harris making an appearance. I think that like the WNBA is now the most important sports league in America because it gets so much coverage. And mainly the issue there is that the black women who play in the league
talking,
hate the
yes.
white women that play in the league. There's a lot of fights and
Hello?
garbage. I don't
Hello?
care because
Can you hear me?
I would have to be mighty high on whatever they're putting me out with tomorrow to even look at an WNBA game,
Okay.
or even an NBA game for that matter.
I don't think anybody's there. I tried to get them to answer and they wouldn't answer, so I don't know what's up.
As frequently they have issue with our callers. There's nobody there.
You mean just drop it?
Nah.
Maybe they'll come back.
We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Anyway, I've got the Kamala speech at the WNBA. I've been very eager to hear this, so let's check out this brilliance.
And we were having an incredible impact. I travel our country young girls, boys, people of every gender, background, race, watch the W.
Yeah.
And understand how inspiring it is.
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing. You guys are impacting people who you may never meet, people who may never know your names or mine, but they are aware of what you are doing, and it is giving them a sense
Yep. Beat the white girls up on the court. That's number one.
of their value and their dignity and what they have a right to expect from this world. So congratulations on this game, but congratulations as much as anything else for the path you guys are charting. It is extraordinary to
No,
watch.
it's not.
That's it. I just
I don't understand a word you just said.
How many viewers do they have? There's got to be a number somewhere. I know Nielsen tracks that stuff.
Not much. Really?
So where are all these people she's talking about that are watching this, that are being inspired by this?
I don't know. It's, I do not, I think the league right now is getting way more publicity than it really deserves.
Mm-hmm.
But they have had Caitlin. But here's the thing, and this is what's causing the problem. They don't like the white girl, Caitlin Clark, coming in and performing and drawing new people into the game, and there's jealousy.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is part of the problem, and it's happened to other white players. This is our league. I mean, stop it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, she's not kowtowing to them. She's not.
No, she's not. And
She's not.
what's the name of the blonde? God, she's been amazing. She's hot,
the
she's
pointy
sexy,
girl.
and even worse, she's straight.
It'll come to me.
Hope, is it Hope? Something?
No, something with a C. Oh goodness, what's her name? She did this thing with the fighting, not the wrestling, but it was the MMA people. She was a ring girl.
Yeah.
Did the pointing thing.
Sorry to see that.
Yeah.
It's like going from one corrupt sport to another.
My brain can't pull it out. I know it. It's there. I'm having a senior moment. I want to say Cassandra Pope. That's not right.
I think it's Alexandra Pope.
Maybe. All right.
Let's see who's on line one, just for fun. Hello?
Hello? Anybody there?
Are we connecting with anyone here?
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
So that means we have a line over to 272-9228 here in the 334. 272-9228.
Okay, my Mrs. Thespian just texted Caroline.
Caroline Pope?
I don't know. Let me find out. I
suppose I should care a little bit more.
I don't know. All
But I
right,
just
let's
can't bring
see.
myself to do it. And besides, yesterday and today are my days this summer because I watched the Home Run Derby, which thankfully they have put back into the old format. And it was fun. I watched the whole first round, but I had seen enough.
Good grief.
And then tonight, the All-Star game. Here's another call. Good afternoon.
Maybe the same person.
No, this is a different person.
Okay, cool.
Welcome, different person. How can we help you?
My name's Shane. The lady you're talking about is Sophie Cunningham.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So I had Hope Cunningham and Richie Cunningham and a whole bunch. But all the lines are lit. And thank you for, she is,
Who's this?
I like her. She's got charisma and personality. And she doesn't have the
Gotta
bitch
love
face with the chip on her shoulder like so many of the others do.
Someone let us know.
That's right.
Do you want to be on that?
Thank you for the correction on that.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, praying for you on Thursday, brother.
Everybody.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for that.
Everybody else
Take
on the
care, my
phone
friend.
was letting us know it's Sophie Cunningham. So
She's cool. And again, more resentment because she's straight when many players in that league are not. And I'm just telling you the truth, friends. You can recoil at that or whatever, but those are some of the forces at work. So again, I'm going to do a little additional digging here to see what else we can find out about the president's address to the nation tomorrow night. No doubt he'll also pay tribute to Lindsey Graham. So, the thing that impressed me the most about Lindsey is in the Senate, 26 years? A long time.
A long time.
And
Well, he
I
was in the
am a
house-
fan of term
he was in
limits.
the house
However,
before that.
but his net worth at death was like $1.7 million.
Wow.
That's pauper money compared to a
to
lot
some
of
the
other
others,
people who
yeah.
have sat there that long. I wonder what Chuck Schumer's net worth is.
Oh, there's no telling.
Yeah.
There's no telling.
I'm sure some of that's hid too. So I was very impressed by that statistic.
Yeah. Well, considering my net worth is about $25 and some change.
That's all you have. I have at least some coupons and some gift cards to Baumhauer's.
No, it's one of those. I'm so far in debt right now that I've got to keep working until I die, which is probably be 100 years from now.
Oh, no, me
Pay
too.
off all
Look,
those debts.
they're going to have to carry me out of here in a body bag. I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
No plans to stop working because I'll just hang around on the streets and get into lots of trouble.
Hey, I've got a feeling you're going to be one of those fun ghosts. Once you do pass away, you're not going away. You're going to hang around and taunt us all.
My first job as a ghost will be to come back and haunt Joey.
You better be careful. He knows some people.
I
He's gonna have you
understand that.
exercise for the heartbeat.
I'm gonna wreak havoc with Joey and Eddie. So hopefully I'll have a spirit much like Casper. I'll be a friendly ghost,
Friendly ghost. Yeah.
one that will not strike fear.
Hey,
We'll let you know.
It's 4:35. Do we need to go to a break?
4:35.
Or is it 3:45? Oh my goodness.
Yes, we're going to do
Okay.
that right now, as a matter of fact. By the way, Baumhauer's tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night. Yep.
and we hope you'll come and join us and check out some of the items on the sign. You know, they still have food, a complete meal that you can buy at Baumhauer's Victory Grill for under $10.
That's everything. That's entree, the side, and a drink.
And a beverage, yeah.
It's better than you can get at a fast food joint. It's
And
crazy.
I understand that Millbrook has been.
Inundated.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's so excited about the new
I
location.
told Bob, I said, man, that's going to be so successful up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
They've waited so long and so patiently for your great food to be available in that neck of the woods. And I love the way I was at the VIP grand opening.
Yep.
And the mayor of Millbrook is a friend, and I know he worked. Look, he was going to go up there somewhere, Prattville, Millbrook, and he picked Millbrook ultimately, not because he didn't like Prattville. Prattville actually tried to get a restaurant open there years previous. Bob's very deliberate. He's a real businessman. Even though there was every reason to do it, he picks his places carefully.
Yeah.
But what was really cool is Al Kelly invited Gillespie, the mayor of Prattville, to come up and share the stage at the grand opening. It's really ours. It's the Highway 14 corridor.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that was a great touch of class. I thought that was very, very cool.
That's good.
And we'll take a deeper dive on some of those Baumhauer menu options a little bit later in the show. Right now, we're going to head down to the traffic dungeon, check in with Skipper. 272-9228. We're going to do some requests. We'll try and have some fun this afternoon and keep our minds focused on today. How are we starting off, considering we've had some good rain?
Some rain in the area, and we have a couple of accidents in Montgomery a little earlier. Field Crest at Vaughn Road, use caution there. With Tumka, Highway 231 at Charles Avenue, there was a minor accident there. Traffic busy and building all over the Montgomery area. We will keep you updated. McKinnon Toyota has a good selection of Camrys right now, and more are arriving. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. The first of 3 defendants has been sentenced for his role in the kidnapping and murder of a Montgomery man. Jeffrey Pruitt was sentenced to life in prison for his involvement in kidnapping Nikhil Johnson in November 2022. Johnson was then beaten to death in a hotel room by Pruitt and 2 other men. The The cases of the two other defendants are now awaiting trial. A $7,000 reward is now being offered for information in an unsolved Montgomery homicide. On the night of February 11, 2023, 52-year-old Yvette Carter was shot and killed in the 4900 block of Hatton Avenue. 3 suspects are believed to be connected to the homicide. Anyone with information regarding the murder of Yvette Carter is urged to contact authorities. A black bear recently seen at various locations in Montgomery is now believed to have traveled to Elmore County. New video shows the bear taking a brief swim in a residential pool just east of Wetumpka. State wildlife officials are almost certain it is the same bear. Officials said the bear is behaving normally. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Luke Choir. Since 1983, we've treated you like family. Day or night, we do things right, so you can live more comfortably. Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Luke Choir right now.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees, when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here are several ways to attract more buyers to your home. First, price it right to sell, not to sit. An accurate market analysis will tell you what price it should be. Next, prepare the home to show and sell by deep cleaning by a professional cleaner, including carpet. Declutter all rooms, including closets. Evaluate flooring, replace if needed. Paint inside and out where needed, and make the kitchen and bath sparkle. How about the exterior? Are the colors faded on the shutters or fascia? Power washing them in all sidewalks and driveways and patios prior to listing the house. Remember, your price and curb appeal will create a showing appointment. Your condition of the house will make them stay and look longer and buy quicker. For all the steps you need to take to get your house ready for sale, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 334-221-2883 or 334-551-0225.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles, drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet Arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. Makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Well, hi, everybody. Once again, the risk of showers and storms will be well into the evening hours tonight before they fade out, but they will be random. Not every single town will get wet. The overnight low temperature falls to the muggy 70s. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well, not as many storms on the radar. Still scattered, still random, still mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. High temperatures will return to the 90s. The normal high this time of the year is 94. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Well, you can tell right away we're pretty on top. We are rolling out. It's a game to walk. We may be with golden born, but we're trying to get a career reborn. It's alright, it's okay. We really use the BGG. We still have a lot of fans. Retirement homes, so we one night stand. Every bone creaks and all depends late when we're singing the tie, singing the tie. Medicine, we're taking the wheel, chest out shaking when we're singing the tie, singing the tie. We're all guys still singing the tie, singing the tie. We're all guys still singing the tie.
That's our theme song.
Yeah, it does take some effort in order to sing high like that. There are several times people joke about girding up their loins, tightening things down
What
there.
I got to ask, what is the process of girding up a loin? How do you gird up your loins?
In the Bible, it was this whole idea that everybody had these kind of long tunicky things.
Yeah.
So you'd take a piece of cloth and you'd pull that up and you'd kind of tie it around and tie it up so your feet were free so you wouldn't trip over yourself in battle. And that was the process of girding up the loins to make sure you weren't going to.
That's really all they had to do in those days was battle, wasn't it? I mean, it was.
Well, I mean, it was a rough time, The line gets too long at Walmart, They didn't have Walmart back then, Speaking of which, guess what Mrs. Thespian and I saw yesterday? Went to a matinee of Young Washington.
Ah.
Amazing movie.
Eager to hear.
Very well done. Very well done. And there were, 6 other people in the theater with us. I was shocked at 1:00 on a Monday afternoon. But it was a well-made movie, and it lets you see what life was like back then. It was rough. It was rough. His father dies, and he can't go to school anymore because they won't let him. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, the Mount Vernon Association, when you tour Washington's home, they very graciously handle the issue of, yes, there was slavery, indentured servants working Mount Vernon, but the fact is, not the theory, the fact is they lived better than 95% of all the people who were settling America at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They had a roof over their head, they were fed, they were warm, and they were not whipped. And now that's not to say that's okay. But that was then. That was a long time ago.
Well, they even mentioned that one of the characters talks about the responsibility of owning land. And I have all of these slaves that I have to take care of. I have to feed them. I have to clothe them. I have to make sure there's a place for them to stay in addition to, our home. And it was interesting because a lot of this movie opens your eyes to see the fact that George Washington came from nothing.
Yeah.
To get where he was. Nothing. His brother, his half-brother, is the one that has the estates and the land and helps bring George up. But George has nothing. In fact, he volunteers to be a surveyor for Lord Fairfax, who apparently is some rich dude there in Virginia. Much of what he does, he volunteers for. They will not let him become a British officer. So he volunteers to lead a militia of colonials. And that's a very striking thing, that he is treated poorly because the English people consider him a colonial, not an Englishman.
That movie has outperformed some of these other stupid blockbusters that have come out.
Well, it's well done. It's well done. And people.
Yes, Critical Drinker on YouTube.
What did he have to say about it?
No, he was impressed. He actually and made the point that this movie was done on a much lower budget than a lot of the other crap coming out right now.
$25 million.
And yeah, much more entertaining. It's made its money back.
Mm-hmm. They filmed it in Ireland. So in order to find, wide open spaces, so to do those battles and things, they filmed it in Ireland.
How about that?
And some in Canada. They had some scenes they did in Canada.
Canada, eh?
But They spent their money wisely. And they even got a few heavy hitters. They've got Kelsey Grammer is in there as Lord Fairfax.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Andy Serkis plays General Braddock, who winds up getting killed. But then you also got Ben Kingsley as the governor of Virginia.
I like Ben Kingsley.
And he was very good. He was very good.
Moana was a bomb, wasn't it?
Who?
Moana. Didn't that come out last week?
It's a stinkeroo. It's worse than they were saying. It was worse than another Disney movie that bombed.
Snow White. Worse than that.
It's worse than that. Yes.
And Disney still has at least 2 or 3 movies they completely produced, spent a ton of money on, and will never release because for tax reasons, it's easier
to keep
them on the shelf and take the tax write-off.
Because you lose less money that way.
Sunk cost. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? That a movie is so bad that, A, financially, we're better off not releasing and selling a single ticket.
Mm-hmm. They've got another one coming out.
All this woke, there's still stuff coming out that is ridiculously woke, and that's been one of the gripes about this Odyssey. Supposedly, what's his name? James Cameron's already taking a lot of heat for this.
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Sorry.
Yeah.
My error.
Well, there was a lot of stories about Moana. They were doing the indigenous peoples. They have cast real indigenous peoples in this, and yet they're refusing to say anything about the fact that you've got an African American woman playing a Greek.
Yeah.
You've got a trans woman playing a guy. You've got
a really pathetic guy too.
Yeah.
He looks like a 12-year-old boy.
He's supposed to be Achilles, this amazing fighter, and yeah. I've got a feeling that all this hype over Odyssey, it's not going to do well. It's not going to make back the money that they put into it.
Because people are sick of this. I don't want to go to the theater and get the message that our genius Hollywood overlords think that we need to embrace. Yeah, and the one production company that's cranking out the hits is Angel.
Yeah, there's another Angel one coming out that I think we should go see. It's called The Brink of War. The Brink of War. It's got Jeff Bridges as Ronald Reagan and Jared Harris as what is it? It's Gorbachev. And it's all about that summit in Iceland, in Reykjavik, Iceland. And it looks really good. But let me tell you, they're putting stuff out. They're putting out stuff out that's economically feasible because they're not spending a lot of money to do it. And they're going to be making tons of money.
Yeah.
And people are going to notice that. People are going to say, hey, what are they doing that we need to be doing? I think the era of the
rest, they're just busy putting themselves out of business because their focus isn't how can we maximize the entertainment value of this product. It's how can we show the world just what wonderful people we are, how woke we are, how accepting, how diverse.
Yeah.
On and on and on and on.
And Young Washington is about a guy who makes mistakes and learns from his mistakes and sacrifices himself, sacrifices his honor for others. Let me tell you, that gets you. It sends a message, but it's this idea of self-sacrifice, of someone standing up for what's right, standing up for what he believes is right. I mean, they show you this battle in which the English are abandoning the militia, basically leaving them to die. And he says, you can't do that. He says, the battle's lost. The battle's lost. We can't do it. It's like, well, I'm going to go find my men. And that's what he does. And he goes, he helps rescue them. Now, some of them die, but he rescues them, gets them out of there, and gets them back to the front lines. In the course of this battle, they talk about something that is a historical fact. There are Native Americans who are part with the French, because it's the French and Indian War, of course.
Yeah.
Native Americans who are actively targeting George Washington, firing at him, and he doesn't die. So after the battle is over, this contingent of Native Americans comes and says, we need to talk to you.
We need to talk to the movie maven.
Yeah. Has she seen it? Has she seen it?
No.
So they pull.
Not that I know of.
He goes with them, and there's another Indian leader, I think of the Delaware, Indians, or the Shawnee. And this leader says, "Who are you? What is your name?" It was like George Washington said, "We will remember your name. I told my braves to fight and kill you. They targeted you specifically. They never miss. They shot at you, and yet you still live. You must have the Great Spirit protecting you. I want to know your name so I can remember it and tell my children." It was like, whoa! But this apparently happened. He had 4 bullet holes in his coat and a bullet hole in his hat, and he survived. Now, did God do this? Was it providence? Was it luck? Who knows? But the Native Americans believed he was being spared for greatness.
Funny, he wanted to be a British subject. He didn't seem to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he realized they had no choice but to reject them.
Yeah.
And ultimately become the first president.
Yeah. So it's a cool movie. And apparently they're greenlit another one. They're going to make a sequel to it. And it'll make a buttload of money too.
I found something on the address that the president plans for Thursday, a rare primetime address to the nation, fueling widespread speculation about what the White House will reveal. The announcement comes as reports indicate the administration is preparing to release previously classified intelligence, though officials have yet not to publicly disclose the documents or confirm exactly what they contain. Trump announced a speech yesterday on Truth, addressing the nation 8 o'clock our time tomorrow, or Thursday rather. He did not provide any details about the subject. Shortly afterwards, CNBC, citing an MS Now, well, there's a reliable source, based on 2 unnamed White House officials, report that Trump is expected to announce that newly declassified intelligence reports reveal a foreign nation's plans to interfere in the 2020 presidential election. According to the report, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Acting DNI Intelligence Bill Pulte, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Homeland Security Secretary Mark-Wayne Mullen are expected to join the president during the address. The White House has not publicly confirmed the reported subject of the speech beyond the announcement that he will address the nation. The report also comes as MS Now, again citing 2 U.S. officials familiar with the matter, said a White House task force reviewing thousands of pages of classified intelligence and law enforcement records expected to release documents within the coming weeks. The task force has been examining material related to alleged irregularities and foreign influence connected to the U.S. elections in 2020. Trump has consistently maintained that the 2020 presidential election was tainted by widespread fraud and other irregularities, despite numerous court rulings rejecting challenges. Yeah, you get the right judge, they'll reject your challenge. He's repeatedly urged Congress to pass the SAVE Act. So I'm going to presume that he's going to present all of this evidence. I've read that he's going to come right out and say it. Those 2 senators from Georgia are illegitimate. And then use that as making a case, this is why the SAVE Act needs to be passed.
That makes sense.
So that anybody that opposes it looks like, no, I want rigged elections.
We've got Betty on line 1.
Betty. Hello, Betty. Betty.
How you doing? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. How much time you guys have?
All the time in the world.
Yeah, come on. Just talk. We're here.
I want to ask. Oh, don't tell me that. How many are listening? How many are listening or believe that the government just started lying to us? Put your hand up in the air.
Just started lying to us. Yeah, I think they've been lying to us since the early 1800s.
Yeah.
Maybe even to the late 1700s.
Can I change the conversation just a little bit? Give you some food to think about.
Sure.
Okay. 1, when the Pilgrims came in, they banned any religion types for 250 years. They had no religion issues between the people. They had their local churches. They believed, from the Bible, blah, blah, blah. They had no issues until after that 250 years, and the government started separating the religions, putting them against each other.
So you're saying
Now-
when the Pilgrims came in 1620, you're saying 250 years later, which would have been 1870s.
Right. They
Okay.
had made a law. No religion. No Catholic. No Protestant. No nothing. We are children of God. That's it.
Okay.
The country prospered, getting stuff together, and once that expired, then they started pitting the religions against each other. There's an excellent book. We've been lied to since back then. When the Pilgrims landed, they were against the Indians. They were fighting the Indians because the Indians knew the truth, and that's why they drove them west of the Mississippi. I highly recommend.
What truth was that?
Okay, let me tell you. Sheila Holmes, for the sake of what Trump is working off of, is Sheila Holmes' book, For the Sake of America. We have been lied to since way back then. Things that they have done. They're an underlying corporation underneath ours, and we expect them to change. They're not going to change. They were almost there until Trump got in. Her book, The Eternal Plan, always trumped a human plan. Has a 45-point plan. She wrote this book a little while back that explains every point they were supposed to hit to destroy this country. Every one of them in here is explained. Then her separate book, For the Sake of America, explains these situations and how to fix them.
Mm-hmm.
We can't sit here and just do nothing. And I love listening to conversations on the radio.
Well,
we need to stand up.
Yeah, we've got
God
the Democratic
save us
Socialists. Democratic Socialists right now, they're openly saying their aim is to destroy the American empire, to destroy this country.
God put Trump in the office to do this, to get it straightened up. But he can't do it by himself. The American people have to stand up, especially our military. They've beaten us so bad. They sprayed them with Agent Orange in Vietnam. The different things that they've done to them have been hideous. We need to stand up for them and stop this communism that they're trying to throw off on us.
That's just that communists are like terrorists. They take time. They're willing to wait.
Yeah.
Seize the moment.
If you read these books, I couldn't put this one down. If you read the books, you understand how it happened and go into what you can do. You know, a lot of these people were supposedly elected. They're not elected. They're already pre-nominated. And it goes into all this explanation. They're predestined to go in there. Voting really doesn't matter. Nobody goes in and cleans up the voting system. Nobody goes in and checks it, validates it. It's the people in the district that's supposed to go in and get rid of the fraud, the illegals, the duplicates, all this strange stuff on the voter roll.
Well, maybe this speech, and I got to run. Thank you for the call, Betty. This speech tomorrow night might be the first step towards taking actions.
Yeah, because both in his first term and in this term, that's one of the things that he has been harping on.
Yeah.
We've got to fix the voter situation. We've got to fix it.
Meanwhile, if you're against that, try to go to any other country on earth and vote and see how that works out for you. Skipper at 4 o'clock.
Well, be safe out there this afternoon. Watch out for your fellow drivers. We've already had accidents. Our latest, Troy Highway at East Boulevard. Also, earlier, Fieldcrest at Vaughn. That accident, as well as in Wetumpka, Highway 231 at Charles Street. Those two should be cleared. Be safe. Traffic building will keep you updated. Imagine graduating high school with your college degree already in your hand. That's the power of early college at Trentham State Community College. No debt, no delay, just a college degree. Go to TrenthamState.edu for more information. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Dewan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full costs. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved. It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Today's show is brought to you by Hot Summer Concert Tours. Is it just me, or does Motley Crue's Vince Neil always appear to be sweating Jack Daniels?
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Here's your 405.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump took a day to reverse his plans to charge a 20% toll on cargo going through the Strait of Hormuz. He's upgraded the plan in such a way that he will not be charging other countries to go through there, but he says that Middle Eastern countries in the region will be happy to make investments and trade deals with the U.S. to help this country recoup the investment it's making to keep shipping safe in that region. The president has been trying to force Iran to fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz for months. He has turned to everything from airstrikes and naval blockades, more strikes last night. The sudden death of Senator Lindsey Graham is still invoking a lot of emotions and speeches on Capitol Hill. Many of his colleagues today saying he was one of the strongest senators ever for promoting U.S. national defense and leadership in the world. Meanwhile, his sister has been appointed to fill out the remainder of his term, which will come to an end in January. More of these stories at srnnews.com.
Are you carrying more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Do you feel like you're running on a financial treadmill, making payment after payment, month after month, yet never getting ahead? If you're tired of watching your hard-earned money disappear into interest charges, there may be options available to help you take back control of your finances. At Total Financial Freedom, they'll show you what qualified consumers may be able to save through programs designed to help them resolve debt faster than making minimum payments alone. The consultation is free, confidential, and comes with absolutely no obligation. Why spend years, sometimes decades, paying thousands in interest when there may be a better path forward? Total Financial Freedom is a Christian-owned company that has helped thousands of Americans pursue financial freedom for nearly 20 years and is proudly A+ rated and accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now and ask how you can receive a complimentary copy of The Debt Dietitian. Stop running in place. Start moving toward financial freedom at 866-744-7344. 866-744-7344.
President Trump has restored the idea of America.
America great! Exclamation point.
The Dow Jones made history today, closing over 26,000 points for the first time.
This is a standout report.
He's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What magic wand do you have?
Also troubling.
I'm going to bomb the delusion is over.
You're fake news. Unbelievable.
Mr. President. Mr. President. Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President. Mr. President.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
So much winning. Every day is NASCAR. Things come out.
Donald Trump, keeper of promises.
I am with you. I will fight for you. And I will win for you.
Winning again. You're helping November 3rd, 2020. Can you believe it? It's right around the corner. So you ready? Let's go. Let me hear it. America, great. Thank you, Texas. Thank you. Goodbye, Hillary. Bye.
Has she ever really gone away?
Nah.
She's like an infection.
Nah. It's just kind of scary in a way.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's like a lot of these old Democratic politicians that just don't go away.
We got a few on the Republican side that need to go bye-bye too.
Well, yeah. Well, normal people just retire. These people see it as I'm hanging on to power for dear life. You know, and Hillary, if she had a chance, she'd grab power again.
Oh.
You know? And
back in 1992 when I was on WLS.
Yeah.
And that was during the campaign, Clinton versus Herbert Walker Bush.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing Clinton talk about Hillary and her health care. And I said, wait a minute, who's running for president here? Yeah. And we could have had Hillary care before Obamacare. We could have gotten the disaster over with sooner and maybe found a better way.
Oh, I doubt that.
By the way, I don't know if anybody saw it, but the inflation number dropped to 3.5% in the month of June.
Fancy that.
That's pretty impressive. The expectations were for higher numbers, and guess what? They didn't happen.
Yep.
So again, more improvement. The economy in many ways is growing and growing rather rapidly.
Well, stabilizing.
And Brad McDonald will give us the inside scoop from Invista Advisors at 5:15 this afternoon.
And that's the thing, is that Trump brought stability to the economy, stability to our military. You know, everybody was all up in arms thinking, oh, he's going to be starting wars everywhere. It's like, well, he really hasn't. About the only thing that many people would question is what's going on currently in Iran. But it was a situation where it had to be taken care of right then. And now we're just dealing with the random yahoos who won't surrender. I mean, I think that's what's going on, is that they're just sitting there waiting. They're waiting for somebody to fire something off. They mark the location and they bomb it. Just trying to take out every little bit of what's left. And it's just sad. It's sad that the Iranians don't understand what they're doing to themselves.
But we've taught everybody here that they're just like us. And they're not.
No.
Yes, they're human beings, but they have been wired very differently by their so-called religion of peace.
Yeah.
Here's the lead story on Fox this afternoon. There was a hearing in Congress, and school deans gave stunning answers when grilled in a tense hearing on men giving birth. Why is there even a hearing on men giving birth? I'm sorry, that doesn't happen. Even though there's people that want to click their heels together and believe with every fiber of their being, yes, men can have babies. Let's listen to some of this insanity.
Yeah.
Also troubling, Dr. Benedetti, it appears that DEI has not left UICM. On your school's About page, clear as day, it says, and I quote, "At the University of Illinois College of Medicine, we are committed to diversity and inclusion. We have a number of programs and initiatives in place to promote diversity and inclusion. It's clear that UICM is just hiding the fact that DEI is still its core mission. Dr. Haygood, UCSF's classroom guide titled Framework for Gender and Sex Concepts in Teaching advises against using the term pregnant women. Instead, it says to use pregnant people. Who are pregnant people compared to pregnant women? Just curious.
So that is a part of a curriculum to help our students who are facing a wide diversity of patients. Of course, the vast majority of pregnancies are in women, and I have absolutely no problem
only a vast majority.
with using the word pregnant women. I use it myself.
Has a non-biological woman ever had a baby?
A transgender person can.
That's not a biological woman. Has a non-biological woman ever had a baby?
I would reiterate,
it's ridiculous.
We take care of transgender patients.
Dr. Hoggood, the UCSF guide I mentioned earlier also advises using a child's self-reported gender identity even if it conflicts with the parent's wishes. Say a 7-year-old boy comes into your doctor's office and reveals he believes he's a girl. Is UCSF advising physicians to explicitly violate parents' moral values and have the doctors address this boy as a girl?
Our programs are consistent with federal and state law.
No, they're not.
We undertake comprehensive psychological and mental health evaluations and work with the parents on these issues.
Okay. And I hope that you are consistent with the law because, like I say, we have the right to withhold funding from any institution in violation. Lastly, Dr. Dubonnet, a required course at UCLA Medical School, advises OBGYN students not to, and I quote, assume gender identity. Okay, from another class in May of 2026, it included a disclaimer that while it uses the term she and women, it does not intend to exclude, and I quote, those who have a uterus but do not identify with these terms. What does that even mean?
I'm not familiar with that announcement. I'd have to read the entire thing.
Okay, I hope that you go back and check it out. Can someone have a uterus but not be a woman? Because it seems like your school is promoting that ridiculous idea.
I think, again, as Dr. Hoggood has described, we're treating transgender people, but we're doing that in compliance with state and federal law.
And you do teach biology?
Yes, we do.
Yes, this is curious. So I'm going to ask you again, can someone have a uterus and not be a woman? Just say yes or no. Can they?
Well,
again, I would need
the gentlelady's.
That's what your medical school is promoting.
The gentlelady's time
Mr. Chairman, it's clear these medical schools are hiding DEI curriculum under the guise of medical access.
Gentlelady's time has expired.
Unbelievable.
What are you saying?
They can't even answer. It's a yes or no question. They can't answer it.
Well, and that's the fundamental thing that is always going to be true is that in order to give birth, you have to have the equipment. You have to have a uterus.
Yes.
And a vagina
yes.
in order to give birth. Now, that person may be considering themselves a transgender male, but they're still biologically female.
Yeah.
You cannot get around that fact. Now, I think what he's trying to explain is that you need to, as a doctor, be able to deal with the mental part of caring with this person, that they're thinking they're male, but they still have the equipment to give birth. It's crazy.
Isn't that the issue with the that actor in the Odyssey? It's a trans woman playing a male role.
Who was Ellen Page?
Who looks like about 90 pounds of skin and bone.
I don't think she's had an operation to remove her equipment.
This character is topless in the movie.
Well, probably had top surgery. I know of others who are who have had top surgery done. But if you don't remove the rest of the equipment, you are still biologically a woman.
We are going to bring you a little Greg Gutfeld coming up in just a couple of moments on News Talk 93.1 FM. We will also check the Live in Fear Doppler, see where the rain is, because Rich's forecast is coming up in just a couple of moments right now. Let's get back with Skipper and see if we're behaving on the afternoon commute.
Well, we have a new accident, Mobile Highway at Air Base Boulevard. Please watch out for emergency vehicles there. Also, earlier accidents, Troy Highway at the Boulevard. And we're hoping this accident, which was much earlier, Fieldcrest at Vaughn, that one should be cleared by now. Use caution there. Busy building afternoon traffic all over Montgomery. We got rain in the area as well. Imagine graduating high school with your college degree already in your hand. That's the power of early college at Trenton State Community College. No debt, no delay, just a college degree. Go to trentumstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Epicure and Jack's Tavern, located at 2060 Downing Street. 5 ice-cold beers, 1 bucket, $13. Anytime. At Epicure and Jack's Tavern, their beer buckets are always available. No happy hour clock required. Come in, relax, and enjoy great food with an even better deal. Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Cold beer, fair prices, no fine print. Come taste what everyone's talking about.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's Cleaning Service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bells because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Attention River Region business owners. Local counties are now inspecting and enforcing backflow prevention requirements. Headley Plumbing is fully certified to install, repair, and test backflow preventers, helping you stay compliant and avoid costly violations. We've been serving the River Region for decades with dependable professional service you can trust. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the River Region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Hey there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. Our partnership with Blue Water Broadcasting has reached thousands of listeners in the River region. People listen. People call. Now, there's mortgage savings for us all.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the River region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber, now open from 6 to 5. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. Once again, the risk of showers and storms will be well into the evening hours tonight before they fade out, but they will be random. Not every single town will get wet. The overnight low temperature falls to the muggy 70s. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well, not as many storms on the radar. Still scattered, still random, still mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. High temperatures will return to the 90s. The normal high this time of the year is 94. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
I just want to jump on quickly enough to tell you the temperature right now is 77.
Yeah.
That is 20 degrees cooler than this time yesterday.
It's nice.
I've seen rain in certain areas. Some have not gotten rain yet, but it looks like somebody, almost everybody, will get some amount of rain between now and about 7 o'clock tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I am authorized to scan the Live in Fear Doppler and present this information into understandable terms. In a moment, Greg Gutfeld.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
All right, what else makes July 14th a special day?
Today is July 14th, National Nude Day. Married men love this day for two reasons. They get to see their wife completely naked, and it's the one holiday she doesn't have to buy a new outfit for. Happy National Nude Day.
I think that's pretty perverted.
Not everybody feels that way.
I came from Alabama to see some naked people.
Okay, we got naked people here.
Naked people. I like that. Well, something popped up on my news feed that you may know, you may remember. On this date in 1966, 8 student nurses were brutally murdered.
Oh my God, the Richard Speck case.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That one woman survived by rolling under a bed
Yes.
to hide.
Yeah.
And
that, I can't begin to quantify how big that story was in
yeah.
Chicago.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing like that ever happened before. You know?
No, that was, and believe me, until they caught Richard Speck, there was flat out terror, especially in that area, you know, where those nurses lived. That was a horrible crime. I remember the newspaper was publishing graphs about where they found the bodies and how he was able to murder so many people. Speaking of murder, we have Greg Gutfeld ready to murder the intellect of Jessica Tarloff. Again, I love listening to these two because she's as dense as the thickest forest, and there's no penetration there, Greg. Hate to say
I'm okay with you hating Trump. Why aren't you okay with me liking him? If you could just look in the mirror and answer that question, liberals.
Because he's like a completely morally bankrupt person that's...
What's the moral bankruptcy? I mean, what makes him any more morally bankrupt than any
They
other?
don't tell you, do they?
No, they don't. They just throw the term out there.
But why should you care that I like him?
I have accepted that you like him, but I think it's hard for people when they care about someone.
Whoa.
to say,
This is the
what
perfect
about...
thing. Why do they care? Tell me why. What's
Well, because-
underneath?
Well, care leads to voting, and then voting leads to bad policies.
Why can I
that
not
make
be a
life
friend
harder
of
for-
yours if you like Trump?
If he was your friend, I'd be much more chill about it. But because you like him, he's my president.
Well, who cares if I like him?
No,
but why do liberals care that we like him? It's because they cannot get themselves emotionally out of the way, and it bothers them. They know that they might be wrong.
You should see her. I mean, this is a sickness.
Yeah, because people who are liberals, if they find out you support Trump, they will ostracize you. They will no longer be your friend. Have you noticed that?
Oh, and I don't care.
And it's one of the reasons why I don't talk about my political beliefs in certain circles, because
But you
I
know
will
where
become a pariah.
the vast majority of that division in my social media experience in my life came when Obama rolled in.
Mm-hmm.
And all the guilty white folks were eager to embrace this Kenyan as their president, and they would not listen to a word. Don't you have any questions about this guy? You know, there's a lot
He
of...
looks good and he talks really nice.
Yeah, you got stupid stuff like that, intellectual psychobabble.
Yeah.
But what about his policies? How's everybody doing with their health care expenses these days? Can I ask that question?
Yeah, well, the marketplace keeps going up and up and up. Those premiums.
It's
that were
getting
supposed to
very
be affordable
expensive.
are
And
no
one
longer
reason
affordable.
and one reason it is because we are giving complete coverage to people who aren't even citizens.
Yes.
If they weren't here, they wouldn't be draining the system.
Yes.
And prices wouldn't be so damn high.
But it goes into this whole weird mental philosophy these people have. They talk about tolerance, but they only want you to tolerate them. They are not willing to
No.
tolerate you.
No.
They're not willing to tolerate any other viewpoint other than theirs. And then they want us to tolerate their viewpoint. That's the whole problem with having a whole month that's Pride Month. There's a lot of people that don't care. They're like, if you want to do that, fine, go ahead. But I don't want you to ram it down my throat. I don't want to be seeing it 24/7.
One of the great memes on that very topic is the person with a tuba, and they've got the horn of the tuba over the head of the person they're playing the tuba to. That's how they do it. They're just so in your face.
Yeah. Well, same thing is true.
There is no choice.
With Islam. The whole idea of Islam is submission. They want everyone to submit to Islam. If you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel. You are someone they can lie, cheat, steal, kill.
And
that's their cause.
I'm at a loss to find out why so many people are comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
Greg Goodell with Master Thespian, and this just into the News Talk newsroom. It's a new photo of Mitch McConnell.
Oh, really?
And they're claiming that this is legit. And there's a newspaper in the photo with the date, July 12th.
Yep.
But has it really settled anything? No, it's prompted more theories and even accusations the image was fake. The latest test of public trust in the age of artificial intelligence. That kind of is one of the single biggest damaging things about AI.
Yeah.
People no longer accept that this is authentic on the surface.
Yeah.
On Monday night, the Washington Post reviewed a copy of the original photo provided by McConnell's office to the Post, found that its metadata appears to show it was taken Sunday. McConnell has not been seen in public since he was hospitalized on June 14th, has not voted in the Senate since June 11th. And for a month, his office declined to explain why he was hospitalized and when he might return. Amid that silence, others rushed to fill the vacuum with rumors. Right-wing influencers aligned with President Trump spread unverified claims the senator was gravely incapacitated, accused GOP leaders of a cover-up.
Well, the whole thing is that people, if they do not have an answer, will start manufacturing answers. They'll start coming up with their own idea of what happened because they got to explain it some way.
Yeah.
If they had at the very outset said he's had a fall, we're checking him out to make sure what's going on, to see if there's any other underlying problem, I think that would have helped. But the fact that they said nothing, he just all of a sudden one day he was there, the next day he was in a hospital somewhere. We're not telling you where. We're not telling you what happened. He's just gone.
We have a few minutes here at the bottom of the
Yeah.
Phones are awfully quiet, by the way.
I know.
2729228.
But the biggest problem with this photograph, yes, they've examined it and said it is not AI generated. There's no problem with metadata. People are taking that photo and they are manipulating it. They're adding people to it. They're doing things to it.
Well, did you see? I posted it yesterday.
The video.
Elvis was visiting Mitch McConnell in the hospital.
Yeah. There's a video of him doing gymnastics.
Yep.
Which is hysterical.
Some line dancing and stuff.
But
here's another clip. I'm trying to catch up on clips so that when at the end of tomorrow, I will have played most of what I had set aside to play.
Yep.
This time we're going for a little Jesse Waters.
News alert, 300 agents just raided a Los Angeles drug park and found 19 kilos of fentanyl, enough to wipe out a small city. They called it Operation Free MacArthur Park.
How about that? MacArthur Park. Once the topic of a great power ballad, now a drug.
This is the part of the park that's claimed by the 18th Street Gang. But today it's our park. We're taking it back.
Crowds moving out as DEA federal agents storm in. Half the park closed and nearby businesses surrounded. A place notoriously known for open illegal drug use.
The business where they're serving this warrant today is closed, so right now they're busting through the door.
Mayor Karen Bass let the park go to hell in a handbasket. Bodies folded in half. They call it the Fent Fold. But Bass thought the druggies were just doing downward dog. Namaste.
That operation was ordered by the feds. However, we have been working in collaboration because we were very well aware of the drug dealing that was taking place there. We have used a comprehensive approach when it comes to MacArthur Park.
Yeah. Last night, 3 people running for mayor in L.A. took the stage. One let the city burn, one's in charge of homelessness, and one's a former reality star.
Clip's a little old.
Yeah.
Because it's still got Spencer Pratt
But
running
if
for
they
mayor.
knew drug peddling was going on there, why didn't they do something about it?
They
She
don't
said-
until they're absolutely compelled to do it.
Goodness
And you got to blame the citizens. LA. If they really cared, they would demand better, but they're just not going to do that.
Well, the rich people they don't care. They've got enough.
You know,
money,
I was
they've got
telling
enough security. They don't care.
I was telling Rich and Jay this morning. I spent a lot of time in LA, downtown, in that entire area, from Dodger Stadium all the way down Sunset Strip. You never once felt worried. You didn't see homeless people on the street. You didn't see people crapping in the streets. It was never even a thought. It was a wonderful place to be a tourist. And there was a police presence. I got a ticket for jaywalking in LA. $75.
Woo!
And that was a long time
I was
ago.
going to say, back then, that was a lot of money. Well, that's the thing about Montgomery. I remember coming here in 1998. It was a good city. It was a nice city. It felt safe. You did not fear for your life going out to the mall because it was a good city back then.
Yeah.
But here we are nearly 30 years later. Things have regressed. It's gotten worse. Some parts of town, I would not venture in broad daylight, much less at night.
Yeah.
Because I know if I show up, people are going to look at me and go,
But don't worry, if we spend the $400 million for that civic center, it'll all be okay.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
No, it
Of course it won't.
That's a silly idea. You don't do this. If we build it, they will come mentality. It doesn't work. You've got to start from the bottom. You've got to make things safe and secure. And that goes down to having more police officers, more enforcement,
Just a
putting
presence.
and putting people in jail and leaving them there.
Because right now, people with bad intentions, I don't think they really give a second thought to where or getting caught by the police because the odds are against it, no matter where you do it.
Yeah. Well, if you get away with it once, you can get away with it again.
4:36 is the time. We have 1819 News standing by again tomorrow. We hope you'll come over to Baumhauer's Victory Grill, try some of that great summer menu. And again, they have complete dinners starting at $8.99.
Wow.
Entree, side, beverage, non-alcoholic, of course. But you'll do better at Baumhauer's and have it served to you than you will going through a drive-through these days, which is pretty cool. So, and speaking of them...
Traffic is brought to you by Baumhauer's. Start 2025 off with legendary buffalo wings from Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Baumhauer's has great food, service, and fun. See you at Baumhauer's Victory Grill.
And yes, the movie Megan will be joining us next hour at 5:35.
Good. You should call.
Well, earlier this hour, we had an accident, Troy Highway at East Boulevard, right at the intersection there. Please use caution. All of our other accidents, we believe, have cleared, and we are seeing a lot more cars on the road now. Busiest spots, the usual, East South Boulevard, 231 to Wetumpka. Taylor Road and Vaughn Road busy this afternoon, as well as I-65 and 85 through downtown. At McKinnon Toyota, they have 3.9% financing on Tacomas. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with the Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News.
U.S. Senator Katie Britt is applauding the decision made by South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster when it comes to filling the Senate seat that was held by the recently deceased Lindsey Graham. McMaster has appointed Graham's younger sister, Darlene Nordone, to finish out Graham's term, which will end in December of this year. Britt said that there is no one more fitting to finish out Graham's term than the sister that he loved dearly, who also understands the needs of South Carolinians. Britt is pledging to help Darlene Nordone during her time in the U.S. Senate. A special primary election is underway in that state for Republicans to place another candidate on the ballot for the November general election. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A man accused of criminally negligent homicide for a multi-vehicle crash back in 2025 has entered a guilty plea. Andre Diterko will be sentenced to 2 years in prison following that plea. Deterco was driving a tractor trailer that crashed into multiple cars at a red light, killing Woody Beck and Ashley McDonald and injuring 4 others. 2 former corrections officers have been charged with felony murder and second-degree assault when it comes to the death of an inmate at the Blount County Jail. 23-year-old Arthur Morse of Hayden died in that jail this past January. He was tased multiple times, even though he could not stand or walk. Liletsy Carbajal and Joseph Evans are being charged after an investigation was conducted by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, flooring tools, and installation supplies. Find it all at Budget Floors and More in Montgomery. Big selection, contractor pricing, and personal service you won't find at the big boxes. Across from Publix in Del Reyta and online at budgetfloorsmgm.com.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Hey Biscuits fans, it's Luke Maley here, and Tuesdays just got a whole lot better. Come on out to Davos Park for Tacos and Tall Boys Tuesdays. That's $4 tacos and $4 select Tall Boys, all while watching the Biscuits take on their Southern League opponent. It's the perfect way to spice up your week and enjoy some great baseball. For tickets and info, visit biscuitsbaseball.com or call 323-BALL.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Well, hi, everybody. Once again, the risk of showers and storms will be well into the evening hours tonight before they fade out, but they will be random. Not every single town will get wet. The overnight low temperature falls to the muggy 70s. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well, not as many storms on the radar. Still scattered, still random, still mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. High temperatures will return to the 90s. The normal high this time of the year is 94. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
A treat for the master thespian.
Is she wearing a bra? What on God's green earth is twerking? This how you twerk.
That's tacky beyond words. I'm gonna pray for her.
She's so skinny, she's gonna fall through her butt and hang herself.
I wouldn't pee in her ear if her brain was on fire.
Sorry I'm late.
Sorry I'm late.
Am I late?
Does this picture look cattywampus to you?
Looks like it's gonna clabber up and squirt.
This year, I'm only putting up 6 Christmas trees. They got scrapbooking toolkits on sale up at the Walmart. Oh, she should have fried this turkey.
This cake's so good, made me want to slap my mama.
Hey, can you carry me to Krispy Kreme?
You want some deer hash? You want me to bring little minter cheese sandwiches?
Cam Newton, you can eat crackers in my bed anytime. Is this dressy enough for tailgating?
Stick up! Woof, woof, woof! Clowny, I beg you, hit him.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who in the hell are we? Hey!
Don't make me call Santa.
I done told you that 11 times.
Don't you make me call Santa.
Act like y'all got some sense.
I'm calling Santa.
You didn't flush the commode.
You can't wear that. Are you just gonna sit there all day and watch fishing? You can't wear that either. Did you delete my Atlanta Housewives? Would you fill mine up too? I'm gonna make you grin like a possum eating sweet taters.
You're so hot I could slap you up with a biscuit. If you cheat on me, I will jerk you bald-headed.
You can't ride two horses with one ass. How can a Yankee win Miss America 2 years in a row?
This Garcinia Cambogia ain't worth a crap.
My wee bitches. Can y'all tell I got Botox?
Y'all get my hair wet, it's gonna be hell to pay.
Why is everything such a rigmarole?
She's her mama up one side and down the other.
This is the real deal right here.
The wisdoms of the Southern woman.
I'm going to call Santa.
There's a story on Fox right now that I have been talking about for the last couple of days on the morning show. Mick Jagger coming out and saying, and specifically pointing at Bruce Springsteen, stop. Stop with the political lectures.
Because the people don't pay for that. They pay for your songs. They pay to be entertained. They don't pay to be lectured at.
See, everything that Bruce Springsteen advocates will not impact him in the least because he's a billionaire, and for some reason, he hasn't felt compelled to give 99% of his money away to other people.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
But he wants your taxpayer dollars to be given away to other people and to accommodate the invaders of our country and everything else. And good for Mick for coming out and saying exactly that.
Yeah. We're entertainers, mate.
Yeah, that's what people do go to. Last I checked. I don't know how this stupid No Kings tour that Springsteen is doing, what kind of crowds he's getting, what the ticket prices are. You know, if he was a real kind human being, he would only charge enough to, you know, cover the expense of setting up the show, renting the venue, and maybe a few extra bucks for himself.
Yeah, just open
the
the
musicians.
doors and say, y'all come in.
Yeah. Or let's try the honor system. Donate what you want. We'll play at no charge. We do have bills to pay, so at the end of the show, leave us what you think we were worth. You're never going to see that in a million years.
No.
Here's a clip. By the way, if you haven't seen some of the things the Democratic Socialists are advocating, they want to eliminate the presidency to the extent that they will be subservient to Congress instead of having equal branches of government.
Well, they want to get rid of the Senate, too.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we don't need the Senate.
No.
We just need the one house, the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
The easiest one to steal, too. Let's get some more on this from Kayleigh McEnany.
From the Democratic Socialists of America, revealing the group's updated platform, which is even more radical than before. Now, they plan to release this next week. Listen to this. The United States Senate eliminated, gone. The president and the Supreme Court replaced. The Department of War defunded. All immigrants given amnesty. That is the plan. Now, who is driving this machine? Well, they say it's the people. But a new survey shows those people overwhelmingly identify as anarchists and Marxists. Yet the media is running cover for the group. The Washington Post is claiming Republicans are falsely labeling them as communist. And other members in the media are mocking the idea of the Red Scare.
One of the things I found very interesting is this pivot the president has made to communism, coming after the commies.
This is not Gulag socialism. This is not the Soviet Union socialism.
Socialism, much less democratic socialism, is not communism.
But if those journalists, so-called, spent the same amount of time covering the DSA as they did a pool that nobody swims in, they would find a web of caucuses within the group that explicitly push communism. Now, the Marxist Unity Group, for example, says they are rallying thousands of Marxists in the DSA around a shared vision of the future. And they plan to achieve that future by adopting what they call a minimum-maximum program. Quote, the minimum program refers to the party's comprehensive platform, the policies that it will immediately implement upon taking power, and the maximum program refers to the results of this process, a world free of the market, borders, classes, and all other oppressive structures that exist under capitalism In a word, communism.
Yeah.
They also proudly put on their website that they want to overthrow our Constitution. Another faction is a revolutionary Marxist caucus called Reform and Revolution. They draw influence from communist leaders like Karl Marx, Vladimir Lenin, and Leon Trotsky. And on their website, they promise the Communist Manifesto, which they promote. There also is the Liberation Caucus. They push Maoism, saying this: Comrade Mao's call to combat liberalism must be heeded and taken seriously. Otherwise, opportunist and revisionist trends will arise and rot the soul of the organization. And they go on to say we are unequivocally anti-imperialist. Communists in the imperial core have as our main duty the destruction of the imperialist system. And finally, there's also the Red Star Caucus, which describes itself as the Marxist-Leninist faction of the Democratic Socialists of America. Their stated goal to abolish capitalism and ultimately to achieve communism. They go on to say they are striving to weaken and ultimately dismantle the U.S. empire. Red Star also notes that nearly half of the DSA's National Political Committee identifies as communist. That's what's hiding inside the belly of the beast. In their own words, we just showed you communism. Now listen to how some of their members speak about America.
U.S. imperialism is not a thing that can be reformed away. It has to be overthrown through revolutionary struggle.
To build a mass movement that can use the leverage of workers to hit the kill switch on American imperialism here.
What do they think Mao was in China and Xi Jinping? They are...
I think he looked good in a suit.
Absolute rulers, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that kind of imperialistic?
Yeah.
Isn't that what China
They killed
is?
people who did not. They killed people who did not believe what they believed.
And the sad thing is that almost every single voice you heard belonged to a person under the age of 25 who's got it all figured out.
Yep.
It's unreal. I think
They're
I've had
wanting
enough.
the fall of civilization is what they're wanting.
And why? Because they're miserable, unhappy people.
Well,
And that is the ultimate goal of a socialist communist system. Everybody shares the misery equally.
except for those who are the head of the party. That's what always happens. And
Of course. It's never for them. It's for you. This is our gift.
And that whoever controls the guns at the top is the one who's going to have the most money and the most perks. And everybody else is just going to, you got to fend for yourselves.
Oh, I got a nice note from Dr. David Thrasher.
Yeah. What do you have to say?
Just checking in on me with the surgery coming up on Thursday and stuff.
Yep.
And he's the main reason I have great confidence in all of this.
Yeah.
What I'm really not looking forward to is, post-op always sucks.
Yeah. The downtime.
It just
the healing
does.
time.
Limited movement. I'd like to go to a biscuit game Saturday night.
Eh,
The only way I could do that would be in a wheelchair.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, because you're not supposed to walk for a couple of days because of that. incision you did.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you going in Thursday morning?
Yes.
Okay. So early. in
I
the
think I
morning.
have to be there at 5,
Yeah, that's typical.
which for many, that's horrifying. But for me, hey,
That's a normal
that's
Thursday.
great. I'll just be going to the hospital and not to the radio station.
Yeah. Well, just keep us posted. Keep us posted because really, it shouldn't take that long to do this surgery. You'll be in and out, and you'll be recovering and eating Jell-O and
Plan to be home by around lunchtime Friday.
yeah. Do you like Jell-O? That's an important question.
You know what? I went to Food Outlet after the show yesterday, and I did buy Jell-O. You just don't know what you're going to have a taste for. But I got all the bases covered. I grilled a package of ballpark hot dogs yesterday.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I'll have one of my pig out favorites,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I miss my onion chopper. I've been unable to replace my onion chopper.
Mm.
That makes the nice little dice cubes
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. And tomorrow night, right after this show, we'll head over to Baumhauer's.
Yep.
For the Last Supper.
So here's the question: are they going to keep you in the hospital overnight?
Just one night.
Yeah, that's advisable.
And of course,
Yeah.
that's where the real angst is. I mean, they put titanium bolts in my neck, home the same day. Every other thing, meniscus repair a few years back, and everything else. I was home that day. Obviously, as a smoker, I am dreading that part of it.
Because you're going to be going a couple of days without.
They did say they would get me a patch.
That'll help.
I hope they put it over my lips because that's the one way to keep the cigarettes out. Can't put them in if there's a patch
That's the one
there.
way to control the frustration you have. Just if you got the patch over your lips, all you can say is.
I'll get through it. I'll be fine. There's people I know personally people who are facing far more serious challenges. So
The hard part for me in the hospital is trying to get rest because you're going to have the parade, the constant nurses coming in and people drawing blood and people just to check on you. And it's like, okay, just whatever. I got to the point where I said, here's a vein, take it. I don't care. I really got to that point. We're coming to take a glucose. Sure, here, go ahead.
I just hope this time, and this has happened after a colonoscopy, it puts you out for that too. But I got to have one of those later in the summer. That as I emerge from anesthesia, A, nobody's there to record me, and B, I don't do things like propose to nurses and some of the other. But I'm innocent.
Start singing Frank Sinatra's greatest hits.
If I start singing, they'll put me back under. He needs a little more time.
Somebody get the mallet.
Yep, the mallet or the mask. Let's see what we got here at 4:55. So this morning I saw what looked like really positive inflation numbers. They were well below what was expected.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Brand's take on that because today the Dow was down over 500 points when Rich and Jay and I started the morning show. By the end of the morning show, it was in green territory again after these 7:30 numbers came out. So we'll get his take on those and their potential impacts when he joins us around 5:15. Right now, we have got Skipper checking your commute, Wall Street Business to follow.
Traffic building on I-65 and 85 outbound from Montgomery, and we're seeing a lot of cars, narrow lane, Fairview Avenue, Taylor Road, I-65 and 85 light to moderate and building. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. There's something about a small town restaurant like the Front Porch Grill, a place where you know all the people, you can put your feet under the table, and the food is special. It's just like home, the Front Porch Grill in Millbrook next to Food Outlet. Buckle up, Wyndham J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. In his first congressional testimony as Fed chair, Kevin Warsh pledged today to put the brakes on high inflation.
If we get policy right, and I can assure you we will, the inflation surge of the last 5 years will be a thing of the past.
Some tough times for dairy farmers in Vermont.
That's because some dairy processors gave up on the state. A recent wave of dairy plant closures highlighting pressures like high cost and aging infrastructure. Vermont dairy farms face an $8.65 loss per 100 pounds of milk.
That is Jason Walker reporting. Biogen stock fell more than 8% today after investors were underwhelmed by detailed test results for the company's experimental Alzheimer's drug. Results from a mid-range trial had new questions about the relationship between the dosage and benefits. On Wall Street, the Dow was up by about 10 points. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Jim Smith, before you exit stage right, can we give you a round of applause? and accept that on behalf of all the great folks that work at Adams Drugs, because they are my partner through this situation and every other thing, and you are absolutely the best.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bells Cleaning Service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bells because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130. Or visit rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And legal troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
This is not headline news. Ariana Grande will not appear in the new season of American Horror Story after all. They decided to write the skeleton out of the script. The Odyssey is getting great reviews. I personally don't know much about it, but I don't really want to see a movie about a minivan. The World Cup final will feature performances by Madonna, Shakira, BTS, and Justin Bieber. Now the bad news. It'll also feature 100 minutes of soccer. And smugglers are sneaking gas from Texas into Mexico. Americans giving Mexicans gas? Well, that's a switch. This is not headline news.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
Spain beats France 2-0 in the World Cup this afternoon. So I guess the French are feeling kind of down about this.
Oui.
Yeah. Oh, here's your news, by the way.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. The U.S. military says it has reimposed its blockade of Iranian ports in response to Iran's attacks on commercial ships on the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. first imposed the blockade in mid-April and then lifted it in mid-June, a day after the signing of the interim deal aimed at permanently ending the war. Another wave of U.S. strikes on Iran and Iranian attacks on shipping and U.S. allies left the deal in tatters. The sister of the late South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham has been sworn in to fill his seat just 3 days after his death. Darlene Graham was sworn in at the Senate on Tuesday. Graham was appointed by South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster on Monday to fill the remaining months of her brother's term. On Wall Street, the Dow by 9 points. This is SRN News.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
When I was feeling the stress of too much credit card debt, I looked at two different options, debt settlement and debt management. They may sound the same, but guess what? They're not. Debt settlement seemed like a quick fix, but I found out it would destroy my credit, create tax headaches, and hit me with huge fees. They actually told me to stop paying my bills. No way, not me. Then I turned to a debt management plan developed by the team at Trinity. They worked with my creditors, lowered my payments, reduced my interest, saved me thousands, and paid off my debt. And Trinity is a Christian company, which is important to me.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5496.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement. And remember, Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-936-5496.
Those bad bad drivers. Excuse me, madam, on that turn you took. You just cut me off, no, you never looked. You made me have to jam on my brakes. Did you get your license in the cornflakes? You're a bad driver, really bad driver. There's a jerk that's speeding in a dirty van. He just flipped me the bird, you ignorant man. He swerved around me and he honked at me. He's probably jealous of my expensive SUV. Really bad driver, really bad driver. Hate those bad drivers. Hate those bad drivers. Hate those bad drivers. Hate those bad drivers. Hate those bad drivers.
Boy, Millbrook is really rocking. I'm seeing a story here that they're getting a new Chick-fil-A.
Wow. They're just going uptown, aren't they?
At the marketplace.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
So you got Baumhauer's, a Chick-fil-A coming. That is a happening place. Isn't that interesting that a city that cares about its citizens, that makes an effort to have an adequately staffed police department?
Mm-hmm.
See, because they want to grow. They want people to hear, oh, you're fine in Millbrook. You'll be safe. There's lots to do. Some great restaurant choices. Here we're losing them. And
yeah,
the definitive story this year is that young couple, the relatives of Bo Holt, our buddy, who heard a disturbance in their home in Forest Hills, or outside their home, and went to look, and both of them got shot by gunfire by the local thuggery over some stupid-ass beef. Now they're moving back to England. And I'm sorry, but they left England to come here because they thought it would be safer. That's what Montgomery is doing.
Yep.
To attract people. It's just so discouraging and so frustrating.
Oh, we lost Sparky.
Yeah, I saw Sparky there. What's up, dude? I mean, come on, man. We
Call us back. We'll get to you. Like sometimes it's difficult. We have to put people on hold, and we've got things we got to get accomplished.
There's Senator Scott from Florida. I didn't mean to interrupt, but he is on TV saying no recess until voter ID pill pan. That's got to happen.
Yeah.
We will celebrate that at the Baumhauer's.
Yeah.
And we will be there tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We can get a preliminary.
But they've got to get this bill passed. They've got to get the SAVE Act passed. It makes common sense.
You know, in this country, it has to. In most countries, it's a given that only citizens vote.
Yeah.
There's probably a law in place, but they don't have the one thing that we have here, and that's Democrats, who will look for any reason to cheat. And boy, I'm glad they're coming out of the closet with their big plans for us, because it's pretty grim. Pretty grim. Let's see if we can give you a preview of some of what you might hear on News Talk 93.1 FM tomorrow morning with Rich and Jesse Lynn's going to be in Thursday morning, I understand. How about the guys? Let's see. Twitter turns 20 tomorrow.
Wow.
And there's a celebration for that.
Hello, I'm Elon Musk. Happy 20th birthday, Twitter. On July 15th, 2006, Twitter was released to the public, but it never took off until 2022, when I bought it for a measly $44 billion and renamed it X. And no one has called it Twitter ever since.
We still call it that. But gratefully, it's no longer in the hands of that despicable, who had it before? Total libtard.
It was,
Dempsey? Jack?
Yeah, Jack Dempsey.
Yeah, bearded creep.
Yeah. Of course, we got some plays opening up this Thursday.
Oh, tell us about that. We got
Alabama
time.
Shakespeare Festival is opening Beautiful, the Carole King musical. But you've also got
That's cool.
Yeah.
A whole show dedicated to Carole King's music.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was on Broadway a few years ago, and So they got the rights to be able to do it here at ASF.
Mhm.
They've been doing some good stuff. They've been doing some really good stuff. But you've also got the Millbrook Community Players is doing Alice in Wonderland. Pike Road's got 2 shows going on. They've got The Little Mermaid that opened up this last week, and it's still running. And they're doing a 1 weekend performance of The Fantastics at the Pike Road Town Hall, which I'm going to go see Thursday night. What else is going on? Godspell's going on at Prattville. The Emperor's New Clothes is opening at Cloverdale.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going on right now, theatrically. We just have a lot of stuff to do.
You know, the movie options are few and far between, really, good ones. If you haven't been to a live theater production, whether it's local or something more sophisticated, it's always fun. It's always fun because, you know, the people that are on stage have worked very hard to put together their production. And
it's a much better experience because you're experiencing that performance live in front of you.
Exactly.
If something goes wrong, you know, they got to deal with it.
The last thing I saw at Shakespeare was the Agatha Christie mystery with the train.
Yes.
The train cars.
The Murder on Orient Express. Yes.
Listen to me. Murder with the train cars. I know. It just didn't come to me. But you see, my mind is preoccupied. Maybe this hour will have time to tell you why sucking in your stomach is bad for you.
What?
The ugliest cars ever made. That could be another one.
Okay. I got a few I know that would fall on that list.
The Tesla Cybertruck is on the list. And with that, I'm always suspicious it's just Elon haters. It's different.
It's very different.
And I see a few of them around town.
I have seen a bunch of them.
And our buddy Tom Moore drives a Tesla.
Yep.
And that's good enough for me.
But I don't hate the Cybertruck. It just looks different. But there are people who are just, oh, it's ugly. It's horrible looking. It's like, you know, it looks kind of sci-fi. It looks futuristic in a way.
It does. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
We are at 5:11. Rich's forecast coming up. We'll check the Live in Fear Doppler, and then Brett McDonald's going to join us.
Yep.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Pizza Perfect is carrying over the $10 buffet for July. They also have the perfect deal to feed your family tonight. Order any large pizza and get an order of boneless wings free. Pizza Perfect is known for their all-you-can-eat buffet, including pizza, spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink, and it's only $10 in July. Available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Buy any large pizza, get an order of boneless wings on the house at Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard, Eastbrook, pickup and delivery.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Mr. Electric of Montgomery. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. Visit MrElectric.com.
Well, hi, everybody. Once again, the risk of showers and storms will be well into the evening hours tonight before they fade out, but they will be random. Not every single town will get wet. The overnight low temperature falls to the muggy 70s. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well, not as many storms on the radar. Still scattered, still random, still mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. High temperatures will return to the 90s. The normal high this time of the year is 94. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
It's happy hour, come gather around. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. David Johnson, Monday and Thursday on Happy Hour. Mr. Thespian Fields, Tuesday, Butler.
On Happy Hour.
With some snacks.
On Happy Hour.
While the whole world's world's hanging out in the chat, will change your world.
On Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. On Happy Hour.
On Happy
Happy hour.
I'm going for a haircut after the show.
Okay.
Is that stupid?
No.
The day before surgery?
We want you to look good in the coffin. No, I mean, no, we want you, we want you to look good.
That's hilarious.
Post-op pictures.
That's hilarious. That made me laugh harder than anything I've heard all day today. And I work with Rich Thomas in the morning. It was a barrel of laughs, as you know.
My father, bless his heart, always said it's better to be seen than viewed. And
Terry Adams also embraces that
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yeah.
He'll be joining us here Thursday and Friday when I'm out. Hope to be back Monday.
yeah. Of course, my dear mother, bless her heart, she always told us, I want you to cremate me. I don't want you to put me on display. I don't want to be like Roy Rogers' horse Trigger. I don't want to be stuffed and mounted. You put me in that oven, you put me in
That's
the earth,
me.
and you put me in the ground.
No service. I don't want any funerals. I want to be cremated as quickly and cheaply as possible.
Yeah.
And that's that. I'm not.
Well,
No.
before you die, which is going to be many, many years from now, we need to work on that book. I've been collecting. I've got a
If I get through all of this,
yeah, we got to do that.
the real effort starts. Okay.
Because the first thing we can do, the easiest thing to do, is compile all those Boom magazine columns. I found, you will not believe this. I've been cleaning my house and came across a Boom magazine from 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what was in it? It was the Green Acres, the thing about you going home and watching
my
Green
little-
Acres. Yes.
Yes.
So there's all sorts of these just amazing little bits that you put. And, you know, you've got, if you think about it, 10 years, that's 120 columns.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
And there's 12 years worth from South Florida, too.
So
25
it's
years
easy.
worth.
Let me grab his phone.
I think I know who this
Okay,
is. I
go
do
for it.
believe
Go
I'm. In
for it.
fact, I'm going to take the risk and announce in advance, Mr. Right on the money. Brett McDonald, this is you, correct?
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Yay! Got it right.
I'm okay. What an interesting morning, Brant, because when Rich and Jay and I first started out, the Dow was down about 500. Didn't look like it was going to be a very good day. And then some numbers came out at 7:30 on inflation that looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of the day, the market was up 9 points.
Yeah.
So give us the
better
scoop
than
on what those inflation numbers meant, because they look pretty positive to me.
Well, you know, as we said yesterday, this week was going to be chock full of data, and we kicked it off today in earnest. And I have to say, just as a precursor to the more detailed remarks, is that everything went really well today, notwithstanding the Iranian situation. But you're right. I mean, this morning we were looking at Dow Jones futures down over 300 points. Now, the primary reason for that was because IBM reported, well, they didn't exactly report, but they came out and sort of in somewhat of a pre-announcement and said that their earnings were not going to even come close to what was estimated. And they cited substantial weakness in their software as a service business model and in their tech infrastructure business area. And it was so bad that IBM was down almost 25% today. I mean, you're talking about close to $55 billion in market cap valuation gone from that company in one day.
Oh.
IBM is a member of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So when we saw that news and IBM was pre-opening projected to be down over 20%, that was what was causing the Dow Jones futures to drop because, as I said, IBM's one of the major big components of the 30 stock index in the Dow Jones. So that's what was going on there. Now, you're right. When we got to the 7:30 Central Time this morning, we got the CPI report, and that number was unbelievably good. It was, so let's talk about it. On the headline, the number came in minus 0.4%. So an actual literal contraction in overall prices versus an estimate that was at 0.1. So why did we have a half a point miss on that? It's primarily because of the energy prices. As you recall, in June, crude oil prices were coming down. We were trying to make headway to some sort of an agreement with Iran. Gasoline prices fell as well. And so those numbers are being captured in this CPI report. But here's the really great news in the report. There are two things I want to focus on. Number one was the core rate of prices. Remember, we like to look at core because it strips out food and it takes out energy. Those are very volatile components.
Yeah.
And we're just looking at the rest of the general prices that are in the CPI number. That number came in flat. It was flat. So really, really great report. And it puts the run rate on a trailing 12-month basis at 2.6% year over year, which was a phenomenal thing to see. Still above the 2% target that the Fed has. But even when you factor in, when you take out owner equivalent rent, which is the housing component of CPI, which is approximately 1/3 of the calculation, and you go to what Jay Powell used to use, which was the super core. So you strip out food, you strip out energy, you strip out housing to really look at what quote unquote super core. That number was really, really good as well. So it's not just because of energy prices coming down. That's not the whole story. In fact, it's not really close to the whole story. It's all about core prices. The second part of that, Greg, is that if you look at real wages, or in other words, inflation-adjusted wages, that number was much better than expected. It was up 0.8%. Remember, over the last couple of months, we've come on the show, we've talked about how wages had been under pressure, that we needed to see something shift or change in that area, and we got a big shift. Again, these are wages adjusted for inflation, okay, not nominal, adjusted, which is super important. Up 0.8%. That's a great thing to see. It just couldn't have been a better report, and I think it puts to bed this whole idea that the Fed was going to have to be, sort of forced to have to raise short-term interest rates in September. I think that goes out the window, and if we did get a rate hike, it would be in the fourth quarter, like that October, November, December time frame.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's 1 month. It's the June report, a great report all the way around. Have no complaint. Then you look at earnings. Bank earnings were really solid. Every single CEO, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Goldman, they all said that their business is as strong as it's been in over 5 years. And that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So they're in markets. Now, these aren't regional banks. These are money center banks, so they're dealing with much bigger money. But straight from the CEO's mouth, they're feeling pretty good about things. And so that was taken super well by the street also, and that helped most of those stocks go up today. Now tomorrow we get the producer price index, so we'll see what's happening at the wholesale level. I suspect we'll see something similar, and then we just continue on the drumbeat with earnings on Thursday and Friday. And obviously, have to keep an eye on the Iranian situation and what's happening with the price of oil. That's a big deal. So, really good day all the way around, and we need to see more of.
Well, here's just one question. I saw a survey on FoxNews.com that said 61% of American people disapprove of the Trump economy. But what we're hearing here is the slowing down of inflation, the new investment coming in. There's a lot to be positive about. How do we get that to trickle down, that attitude to trickle down to, the general public and embrace the strength of the economy?
It just takes time, Greg. And this is the thing that I've been talking about since Trump won the election, that it just takes so much time. And you got to remember the massive sort of exogenous shock that COVID brought about. The tremendous increase in M2 money supply, which caused one of the biggest jumps in inflation we've seen in decades.
Yeah.
And during Biden's term, the general level of prices rose over 25%, close to almost 28%. And, for most people who were doing relatively well in the country, They can withstand that. They can muddle through it. They can get through it. But for the bottom 60%, 70% of the country, it's a shock that rocks their world, man. I mean, and they're still grappling with trying to get over it. So Trump comes in and he's trying to help fix the problem. We've talked about this a lot of times on the show, everything from the fiscal profile problems, the massive deficit, the regulatory environment. It goes on and on and on. All these socialist Democrat policies that he's having to rip out, and it just takes time. And that's the answer I can give you. Eventually, it will work, but I would also submit to you as well, Greg, if you go around the country and you look where these massive problems are with the main citizens of the country, it's in the big cities where you have largely have Democrat socialist policies in place that are getting worse. Places like New York and LA and on and on and on, Chicago. It's and it's probably going to get worse locally in those economies because of the policies that are being put in place.
Brent, I read today, I want to impress you with a couple of statistics that I saw. There are people who are coming in to fill the vacancies in Manhattan. And there are people earning a good living, in the six-figure area, and they can afford these places. But the real wealth, the hundreds and millions, and the number I saw was $10.7 billion in taxable earnings gone to Florida, to South Carolina, to Texas, maybe even one or two in Alabama. And this is where they're losing. Their tax base is shrinking at warp speed. How are they going to keep all these promises for free stuff when they have nobody to pay for it?
They're not. It's going to crash and burn, plain and simple.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the bottom line. California tried it. We had the major great financial crisis. They were bankrupt. It rocked their world. The government had to bail them out.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with COVID. But, Greg, it's just a vicious cycle that we go through, where, Democrats go into these areas, they ramrod all these policies down everyone's throats.
Yep.
The people enjoy it for a time, and then things get tough or a major inflation shock like we had. And then, lo and behold, Trump comes in or somebody like that to try to reinstitute pro-growth policies. But those people can't wait because they're starving so bad and they're under the gun so bad that they just bow down even further to the next grade. These Democrats, they keep amping up the solutions. Mm-hmm. And now what we see with Mamdani is a massive socialist/communist solution that the vast majority of the people who voted don't care. They don't understand economics. All they hear is the free stuff. And you can go around and look at the history of the world and see that these policies don't work. All it does is lead to substandard living conditions, more poverty, more. It's just everything implodes. And the only thing I can think of is the Kurt Russell movie. What was that movie
Escape
called?
from
Man?
New York.
I know you know the name of it.
Escape from New
there
York.
you go.
Yeah. He also did a sequel
I
called
mean,
Escape from
if
LA.
We keep heading in this direction, and in 30 or 40 years, that's what may look like. I don't know.
I don't doubt it for a second. Brent, thanks for your time, and any big news in the morning, we'll be here.
You got it, buddy. Y'all have a great night.
You too, my friend. Take care.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
Well, what do you know? Howard Stern is dialing it back.
I'll believe it when I see it.
No, he's laid off a dozen staffers.
Whoa.
Yeah, because after Labor Day, he's cutting his show to 1 day a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All that money. Howard Stern, by the way, who hates you if you're a Trump supporter, a conservative, even a garden variety Republican, he hates you and actually wishes you were dead. But there'll be less of him to promote that kind of hate coming up. I do believe the movie maker's going to be coming. Bye-bye, Howard.
And we have a new accident, 8200 block East Chase Parkway. That's going to be right at Costco. Use caution there, and we're seeing really heavy traffic on 85 northbound, Ann Street to Perry Hill, Bell to Taylor to Chantilly. Interchange looking good, just very busy. Prattville Millbrook with Tupco receiving a lot of this traffic, and they're already busy and building. We will keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off a new Nissan Frontier. Add the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. Montgomery police are investigating a Monday morning shooting that left a man seriously injured. The shooting happened just before 4 a.m. in the 3700 block of Audubon Road, where an adult male was wounded by gunfire. The unidentified victim was taken to a nearby hospital in serious condition. No additional details regarding suspect or motive have been released. The teenager who drowned at Jackson Lake Saturday morning has been identified. Several people were swimming nearby when 17-year-old Alex Reyes stepped into a drop-off and did not resurface. Witnesses said he did not know how to swim. Alex was about to begin his senior year at Stanhope Elmore High School. The Montgomery Zoo has announced the arrival of 2 new residents this week. 2 critically endangered American red wolves may now be seen at the zoo's North American Trail. The American red wolf is the most endangered canine species in the world, with fewer than 30 remaining in the wild. Around 200 American red wolves live in managed care facilities such as the Montgomery Zoo. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
Kohl's knows summer comes with a few family debates, like what's the best ice cream flavor or who gets the good pool noodle. But when it comes to Kohl's summer outfits, everyone's in agreement. They're comfy, they're cool, they're stylish. And the best part? They're 20% off. Make the season a little easier with looks your whole family will sign off on at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends July 19th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options, the Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person, but an online tool that lets you compare home insurance.
He's the type of fella who helps you decide on the right insurance, even if it ain't with him.
Again, not a person, just an online tool that helps you find great home coverage.
A real pioneer.
Okay, fine. Just do the thing. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurance comparison rates available in all states or situations.
Before we get the forecast from Rich Thomas, any recommendations on how to deal with this brutal sun?
You can't show your bosom for 2 o'clock.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Once again, the risk of showers and storms will be well into the evening hours tonight before they fade out, but they will be random. Not every single town will get wet. The overnight low temperature falls to the muggy 70s. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well, not as many storms on the radar. Still scattered, still random, still mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. High temperatures will return to the 90s. The normal high this time of the year is 94. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASC Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASC branch or apply today at yourasccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It is time for the Movie Maven at 5:35. Miss Murray's Movie Minute brought to you by AMS Studios. Relax, refresh, renew with AMS Studios. 95 Lightwood Road, Deatsville, AMSStudioMedspa.com, or call 782-9711. We now welcome the Movie Maven, Ellen Murray. Good afternoon.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Hello.
We know how much fun we have talking with you while Master Thespian is here.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a couple of shows on Netflix. By the way, I watched the Home Run Derby on Netflix.
Oh, how was it?
Well, the reviews from fans are not very positive. Not for the TV coverage. They actually, I think, improved it a great deal in format. It was the unbelievable numbers of Bubba Mices and blabbermouths talking around it. Too many announcers. Way too many announcers.
I saw some of it too, and I think they were trying to promote their Netflix shows because they had Owen Wilson and Will Ferrell because they have a new show coming out, and I was like, are these guys going to talk the whole time? I don't think so.
So, Owen Wilson and his nose that vaguely resembles a
wank.
He's back. It's nice to know.
Hey, at least he's got work.
But yes, there's a couple of shows though. I first of all, in the morning I have inflow of information from vast sources, and somehow didn't know that they were going to reboot Little House on the Prairie. So you've had a chance to check that out. What's your take?
Well, let me preface this with the fact that I grew up in Missouri, where Laura Ingalls was, well, where she lived.
Okay.
And as a child, we went to her childhood home with, like, either some class or some Girl Scout troop or something. Like, I was big into Laura Ingalls Wilder way back in the day and read all the books, and I loved the show. And so I was skeptical when I saw they were making a new show. I said it didn't need to be done. They've already done it.
Yeah.
It was just fine as it was. And so I went into it with a sort of a negative outlook, but I wanted to see what they were going to do. And the first episode was kind of slow, and they're traveling across the prairie, and nobody's hair is ever out of place, and everybody looks like they're just having a breezy, sunny day, even though they're pioneers. So, like, there's a little bit of realism lacking, but everybody's adorable. Like Laura and Mary are both super cute, and Ma and Pa are both very good looking, and everybody's obviously loves each other. But I don't know. People are saying that it just doesn't have the spark or the soul or the authenticity of the original. But then there's people who were forced to watch the original a lot, and they love the new one because they got sick of the old one. So, honestly, the more I watch of it, the more I like it. And I'm about halfway through the 8-episode series, and I will finish it. And I do like it.
No,
well, are they adapting the books themselves, or are they going in a totally different direction?
Problem is with having read them so many years ago, I don't remember exactly, but I don't think they're true to the books.
Okay.
No, because they're not true to the original show either. But I mean,
well, the original show deviated a lot from the original.
Yeah, I think this is loosely based on.
Yeah, makes sense.
For somebody who I just never watched the show when it was first around with Michael Landon. That was him, right? Michael Landon?
Yeah.
Little House? Okay. That just wasn't my kind of show. Do you think somebody who never took a shot at the first one would appreciate the second, this newer version?
Probably not. Just to be honest.
Thank God the All-Star game is on tonight, and I don't have to worry about watching Little House on the Prairie. Thank God the All-Star game is not going to be on Netflix. They must have had like 15 color commentators on that thing last night. I heard more people. I didn't know who was talking. At least they kept the camera on the players, and they did it right. They went back to the old format, which was good.
Yeah, I heard somebody from the Cardinals won it, right?
Yeah, Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
Now, about the show, 3-Body Problem. Tell me what this one is based on. What's it about?
I'm curious about this.
Okay, so I initially noticed it a couple of years back. It's like a 2-year-old show, and it's sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not generally into sci-fi all that much, but I read a book that was sci-fi, but very humanistic, and I liked it. And the guy who translated the original book of this wrote for their book, so I was like, maybe I should give it a chance.
Yeah.
And it's really, honestly, like one of the most fascinating shows that I've watched on TV in a long time.
Interesting.
It's smart. It's science. It's also aliens. It's also like video games and unknown, like what the heck is going on here, but you can eventually figure it out. And the people are good humans mostly, and they work together to solve problems. And I'm really into it. I'm about, 5 out of 8 episodes done with that one, and I will definitely finish it. And there's a second season coming out too, which I'm happy to hear.
Cool.
Have you? And I know you too, like me. You're monitoring and tracking different news stories relative to streaming services. Any word on when the next season of Leanne is going to be out?
I don't know.
Oh, no. I mean, I haven't.
It's hard to believe
anything
her
about
show is
it,
next
no.
weekend.
Yeah, well, she's been doing a lot of touring this year, so she'd have to stop touring in order to film the show. I know it's been greenlit that they are going to have another season, but when they're going to start filming, I don't know.
I think they already have. I'm hoping it'll be premiering in the fall, but I haven't seen anything, so I thought maybe either of you might have on that.
No.
I ended up really enjoying that show.
Haven't heard anything. She's coming here
Next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah. That'd be
And
good.
by the way, Sammy Smith from Impact will be in the house with us tomorrow
Good.
afternoon before we go to the Last Supper at Bomb Hours.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
I
that's
still-
a thumbs up on the new version of Little House on the Prairie, and you're enjoying a 3-Body Problem.
Mm-hmm.
You could take that 2 ways. You know.
Let me explain what the 3-body problem is, just very briefly.
Okay.
The 3 bodies are 3 suns interacting with a planet. So if a planet has 1 sun, the gravity is regular and you can predict the movement. But if it has 3 suns, then you cannot predict what is going to happen on that planet versus gravity. So
That's interesting.
an alien form that has this planetary problem with 3 suns has to find a new place to live, and they've decided that Earth is the best bet. So.
Oh.
And what's happening on the Movie Maven VIP page on Facebook?
Yeah.
It's been kind of slow lately, but
Bummer.
anyone is welcome to comment about
Yeah.
anything at any time.
Has there been any talk about young Washington?
I'm interested in seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting there
but
with it,
Yeah.
especially
I'm
after I
not
talk
gonna-
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to rush out to the theater, but did you watch it?
Yeah, Mrs. Thespie and I went to see it yesterday. It's quite good.
Oh, good.
It's quite good.
Oh, good.
Very, very well done. You know, I knew going in that they spent only $25 million, and they pretty much put every single dollar on screen. There's a lot of real stunts. A lot.
Is
of
that an
visual
Angel
work.
Studio production?
Yes, it is. It is an Angel Studio.
Man, they are really making some inroads.
But it was well done because it starts with a late point of attack in 1755, and then they go back in time, and they show you what happened when his father died, and growing up as an adolescent, and then as a young man making the decision to.
Oh, do they show the scene where he chops the cherry tree down and tells the truth?
There's a funny scene where he's like whacking on this tree, and you're like, what in the world? And apparently, whenever he gets upset, because it's the moment when he's come back from school, they have told him, you can't come back to school. Your father's dead. You can't come back to school. You got to work on the farm. And so he is hacking at this tree, and I'm like, oh, please don't tell me it's the cherry tree. But but his mom comes out and goes, you can find other things to do than chop down a tree because you're angry. And so that was funny. And then later on, as he's an adult, he does the same thing. When he's angry, he's chopping at a tree.
So you two are telling me that story is not true?
No, it was made up. There's a lot of evidence to the fact that it was made up.
But
there's a lot of good stuff in that movie about the reason, the choices he made, and the struggles he had, and his failures. The fact that first command he had, he failed. He had to surrender to the French and had to sign a document saying that he assassinated a French officer.
Hey, 20th century is one of the 20th century's greatest men. Winston Churchill had major failures.
Yeah.
But it put him in the perfect position to lead them through World War II. So.
But George Washington did not give up. That's the thing. He didn't give up.
Awesome.
He kept fighting. He kept doing his
Got
thing.
the women he wanted too, I understand.
Eventually. Yeah. There is an interesting scene in here where he's been writing letters to this woman that he likes her and she likes him, but she's got to marry somebody else because the other guy's got money.
Oh.
And it's one of those.
Tale as old as time.
It's a cold scene because he comes to call on her, and her father says, "Oh, are you here for the betrothal?" And he's like, "The what?" "Yes, my daughter is now betrothed to this young man." And he's like,
"Yeah,
okay, good luck. Y'all have fun."
So you're telling me, in all seriousness, that women have picked men because they had money?
Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
But
it's a good movie.
I'm ending the show early today.
Yeah, y'all need to go see it. I think you'll enjoy it.
Because I'm
shocked.
Me too, Louie. Movie Maven, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Okay, thank you guys. We'll talk to you later.
All righty. Off to the traffic dungeon at 5:47.
Well, we hope you're having a good ride this afternoon. We're still busy around the Montgomery area, especially 85 northbound and to Perry Hill, Bell to Taylor to Chantilly, East-South Boulevard, East Boulevard, still a bit busy. Prattville, Millbrook, with Wetumpka are busy now. They got a lot of cars headed into town from Montgomery. Highways 80, 331, and Troy Highway, light to moderate traffic. There's something special about a small-town restaurant like the Front Porch Grill. It's a place where you know the people there, you can put your feet under the table, and the food is special. Just like home, the Front Porch Grill, Millbrook, next to Food Outlet. Buckle up with Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Independent Glass has been your one-stop shop for all things glass since 1978. They offer a full range of architectural products, and they're armed with the knowledge and expertise to get even the most demanding job done, big or small. Attention to detail, 24-hour replacement services, and their uncompromising commitment to excellence is why Montgomery's first choice for all things glass is Independent Glass. Call them today at 263-2823 and learn more about what they can do for you at independentglassco.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
We did it this morning. Let's do it this afternoon. A little fun with Sean Moore.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, when I heard that in a week my in-laws would arrive. Oh, I kept searching in my soul and wondering how they get parole. The last time they all were here, I was in therapy for a year, and now they're back. It's been one day, and already her mother asked me how much I get paid. We had to put out once again the ugly wedding gifts from them, and every night there is no boat. We have to watch Murder, She Wrote. I will survive. I will survive. As long as I know how to drink, I know I'll stay alive. Her grandma has a creepy rash, and she's got crumbs in her mustache. Her little brother's just a pop, but he just tried to sell me pot. I'm gonna have a heart attack, because her father asked me how's his daughter in the sack. And every night at 3 a.m. I hear someone coughing up phlegm. And when I went to use the bath, there were Depends in the trash. Oh no, please make them leave. I'm gonna have to kill them before they kill me, and then they'll never be too far. Buried out in the backyard, buried alive. Give me a high five. I will survive.
Every once in a while, I have a memory. Did I finish it or did I not? And
okay.
I know I wanted to post the story about Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Cutting back to one show a week.
Did you post it?
I'm looking to see.
Okay.
It was 20 minutes ago. If I had posted it this morning, I'd remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is much too recent vintage.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
No, apparently I did not.
Okay. Well, you can easily rectify that.
I just find that very interesting because he just signed that new deal with Sirius XM.
Yeah.
And cutting to one show a week, that's a
big step down. Because he's been doing 5 shows a week, hadn't he?
Yeah. Forever.
That's big.
Manhattan luxury real estate market plummets after Mamdani pay-to-tear tax goes into effect, and all of this was so predictable, but he don't care. And he just, every time that man smiles, it makes my skin crawl. Because he's, in my opinion, he's the damn devil.
So how long is he as the mayor? For 4 years?
Yeah, and we're not even through the first.
No, goodness.
Bad old days revisit. How Mamdani's more humane policies are handcuffing cops as vagrant camp near Intrepid grows into Skid Row. That's all they do is create and spread poverty. Their ideas don't work. Yet,
yeah, and that's a major tourist area. People go to the USS Intrepid to see all the planes.
Isn't that great that ship served and the people on it served to preserve freedom? Yeah. And they've got a Skid Row growing right next to it.
And that's a big problem if tourists don't feel safe coming to New York City, that's a major source of income for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to affect.
Well, what's happening? It's like there are people coming into New York, still fewer coming in than leaving.
Yeah.
But those that are coming in are making enough money to rent apartments. But the problem is they're not making the kind of taxable income that's going to fund all of this bizzle schmears that he wants to give everybody for free.
No, and I don't know if you saw the numbers. Broadway actually was slightly higher in terms of income, in terms of amount of money brought in this year, but ticket sales were more. In other words, the tickets, so they actually sold fewer tickets than last year. And that's a problem. And many shows are shutting down because they just can't stay afloat. They don't have enough ticket sales, so they can't stay afloat.
Why it's so difficult to get this story to
Facebook?
Howard Stern story. I mean, it's radio. It's big radio news.
You're pulling it off the Post?
You know, remember the Justin Tinkerbell?
Yeah.
Janet Jackson
Yeah.
instant boob
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
which was ridiculous. And in the days following that, starting with the Monday after that particular Super Bowl, I think we were about 2 or 3 days into it, and I said, I'm going to make a prediction. This is going to be the event that pushes Howard Stern into satellite radio from terrestrial radio. And I was right. It was about 2 or 3 months later. Did anybody give me credit for being so perspicacious? Of course not. No.
No.
But
I can do that. So you don't need a button. I can do that.
it's very good. Let's compare it to the actual button here on page 9.
No, 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 no.
It sounds like you're listening to Chihuahua 93.1.
Yeah.
So, and Stern, with all his money, he lays off a dozen people. Well, that's just the way the business is.
Yeah, sad.
So,
Well, I heard Jay Scott this weekend on his weekly video game show. 8,000 people have been laid off already this year.
yeah, but do you know why? Because they're hiring people on H-1B visas.
Uh-huh.
And that's why they're doing that. And there's a lot of and justifiable outrage that they're prioritizing foreigners coming in and giving them jobs while they're letting go of American citizens. Sorry, that just ain't right.
Got Crawdad on one. We only got a couple
This
of
will be our
minutes.
last call, too. Crawdad.
Mr. Greg, you know the piece that you put together a while back in the morning when you told me the morning show? Every time I hear that, the lady who says something about the Fleet Floops, you could make a button about the Fleet Floops. I love that one.
I could consider that. That would require editing and extra work on my part, and right now I'm not into that. To be perfectly honest with you. But
it's the best show, and it's the best show ever. You know.
Did I put on my flip floops? Yep.
There you go.
Well, how do you like
Thanks,
this?
Greg.
Thanks. There's no way to share this from page 6 in the New York Post. That's ridiculous.
That's weird.
All right. Our final traffic update at 5:57.
Well, we hope everybody's having a good ride this afternoon. We're really busy everywhere around Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka, I-65 and 85 still a good bit busy, as well as the boulevards and all of our feeder roads out of Montgomery still got a good bit of afternoon traffic. Keep it here. We'll update you if anything happens to slow you down. Haynes Ambulance is there for you both on the ground and in the air. From a simple patient transport to life or death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up. Wendell Traffic covering Skywatch Traffic.
Rock and Roll Royalty is coming to Montgomery on October 9th. Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs take the stage at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. The legendary lead guitarist and co-songwriter for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Mike Campbell helped create some of rock's most unforgettable songs. October 9th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster and impactonline.org. Don't miss Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs live in Montgomery.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group.
One team?
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
We should make Crawdad happy.
Welcome to the show.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, let's go. All right, guys, let's make it happen. Okay, let's roll.
Yes, let's go. All right, let's go.
Let's go, people. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
It's time to get this party started because we have a big show.
We're going to have a good show.
Welcome to the show. It's showtime.
So let's get going.
I got to put on my bikini and my flip-flops because this is the hottest show in the universe.
Let's go. Come on, buddy. Get groovy. Get funky. Let's go.
And so we shall. Master Thespian, a big warhawk.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yes! I'm happy about that. Yeah. And I'll be back in the morning with Mr. French. And of course, Chase.
I'm talking about halftime.
Bye, sexy.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. The House passed a bill Tuesday that would make daylight saving time permanent. Proponents argue the bill would provide more daylight during the times that Americans are most active. The Senate would also have to pass the bill before it could become law, but it's unclear if it will do so. The U.S. military says it has reimposed its blockade of Iranian ports in response to Iran's attacks on commercial ships on the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. first imposed the blockade in mid-April and then lifted it in mid-June, a day after the signing of the interim deal.